Yo, 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 what's going on? What's going on? I want to say what's up to Seal Nation, the Mikey verse, Cool Table family. Much love and appreciation to all you guys, each and every single one of you. You could be anywhere else in the world right now, but you're here with me, and I got all the love for you in the world, Joe. Thanks for being here. I want to say what's up to everybody that's here in the live chat coming in. Got the homie Socks in here. We got the one and only and the irreplaceable Mama Bear Art Doll. We got the homie Chris in here. Uh, Chris Almeida and Chris Brown, right? Much love to both of the Chris's, the two C's in the chat right now, right? We got the homie Nightwing. We got Bat Dan in the building. What's going on, Bat Dan? Bat Dan said, haven't seen Avatar 2 yet, but wanted to give a quick hey. You need to fix that, Bat Dan. You need to fix that. I've seen this movie 3 times now. Probably gonna see it at least one more. Oh my goodness. Much love and appreciation to each and every one of you guys, right? Nightwing says still fighting his chest cold. It's all good. Nightwing, hope you feel better. Rest up, be easy, and hopefully things get better for you soon. We got the homie Cocaine Bear in here. What's going on, Cocaine Bear? You already know what's up, right? You already know what's up. I'm about to be checking that movie out when it drop, I think in February. Much love, right? We got the homie Marcus in here saying happy cool year, right? What's going on, Marcus? Uh, much love and appreciation, sir. I bet you at work right now, probably getting it in. So much love to you too, sir. Um, I know he's seen it, right? Look, I hope you guys have all seen Avatar, The Way of Water. Wait, hold up. But first, right, let me get to this, right? The road to 1K. I'm about to tap in with y'all again, yo. It's the first stream of 2023, right? First stream of 2023. I'm gonna make no bones about it. I intend to hit 1K this year in 2023, right? That is a goal of mine, absolutely. So I'm gonna be turning up the content here on this platform. So you guys are gonna be seeing a lot more from me in 2023. This first kind of year I've spent kind of, I'm trying to learn the ropes and, find my way here on, these YouTube streets, right? And, 2023 is going to be about like just kind of honing in on what I found works for me. And so I feel like if I do that, I should, hit 1K. So that's the goal for this year is to get to 1K, right? I saw Socks in here earlier. Sock is already on it. Y'all already know the goal is 50 likes per stream, right? And here's a word from our sponsor.
Steppenwolf, have you begun the conquest?
Oh yeah, right. Absolutely, absolutely. Got the homie Marcus saying dope movie. Cameron knocks it out of the park. Yo, I'm about to. I'm gonna get into that because it was a lot of people slandering James Cameron's name, and I don't necessarily agree with that. And I think that this movie has done nothing but just validate what the hell I've been saying this whole time. Right. So we got the homie Nightwing saying consider it done. Absolutely. You need a few zeros behind the one and the K. Yeah, but Mama Bear, as always, just really trying to take it one step at a time. You know what I'm saying? That is the goal though right now is to hit 1K And then after that, the expectations are gonna start getting pretty lofty, right? Absolutely. What up to the homie Koopy Malik, right? What's going on, sir? Hope you in good spirits right now. Happy New Year's. And I wish the best of energies to you in 2023. We got Marcus saying see it in 3D. Yo, not only do you need to see it in 3D, right? But this movie Avatar, it begs to be seen at the highest quality possible, right? My first time seeing this movie, I saw it at the Chinese theater in IMAX 3D with the high frame rate and all that stuff and all the bells and whistles, yo. It's truly like it's pretty moving, right? And we're gonna get into that. But yes, definitely see it in 3D. Um, if not for this movie, then what else are you gonna go see a movie in 3D for? Right? Like if not for this, right? If not for one of the greatest technological feats, you know what I'm saying, like in our time, cinematically speaking, right? If you're not gonna do it for this, then I don't know what you're gonna do it for. So I'm gonna just be honest. Right? Got the homie saying, "What's up to Koopy Malik?" saying, "Happy New Year." Right? We got the homie Chris saying, "Let's get Skywalker to 1K and beyond." Thanks, Chris. I'm just trying to entertain y'all, and just bring y'all stuff that I think that you guys will like. So that's all I've been doing, and that's all I'm gonna keep doing, right? But for sure, for sure. We got Marcus saying facts high, highest quality possible. Oh, absolutely. Like spare no expense. Not for this one. Like this is not the movie to cheap out on. You know what I'm saying? Like it's totally not. I understand because pretty much how I do is I have like a smaller theater that I go to when I'm seeing like quote unquote like regular movies, like these like non-event films, right? Say for instance, like when I went to go see like The Northman, right, or like The Lighthouse, right? Yeah, I go to like a much smaller theater, but every time it's like an event film, I feel like it's just worth it to spend that extra money and really get to feel it the way that it's intended to be felt. Because you don't even like watch this movie, like you feel it, like it happens to you. You experience it, right? So spare no expense, and that's coming from the homie Sky. The Nightwing saying 3D Transformers Rise of the Beast. Yeah, I'm gonna check out that Transformers movie. Um, you know, uh, I'm not super high on what's going on with like from DC right now, so I'm gonna be checking out a lot of films this year. I'm also gonna be covering a lot more Netflix stuff too for you guys. I feel like covering the Netflix stuff can be pretty dope, and I think I have another kind of avenue that I can bring content to you guys in a dope way. So be on the lookout for that as well. We got the homie Marcus agreeing, saying it's an experience. Absolutely, absolutely, right. Um, right. We got Cookie Mountain saying, I'm waiting to see the next Transformers and Knights of the Zodiac. Um, OL and Happy New Year too. Oh yeah, facts, facts, facts. Right. Rebel Moon. Yeah. Rebel Moon. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be litty whenever that comes out in theaters. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there. Oh, for sure, for sure. Thanks. Yeah, nah, it's like a lot of shit that's coming out this next year. That I'm looking forward to, like outside of the DC stuff. I am going to check out Indiana Jones. I know I was kind of ragging on it. After that trailer, I felt like it might have confirmed some things that I heard that I didn't necessarily like. But with that being said, I still do think that I'm gonna trust James Mangold because this dude did Logan, right? And he came out there and he straight out said that a lot of that stuff just wasn't true. So I'm gonna take his word for it, and I'm gonna be hyped to see Indy come out one last time. More than likely, before Harrison Ford kind of hangs up the hat, right? Also, the Mario Brothers movie, as well. That second trailer really was a lot better than the first one to me, and it sold me on the movie a whole lot more. Um, Absolutely. So I'm looking forward to that. Creed 3 is also something that I'm gonna be on the lookout for a few reasons. I did like Creed 1 and 2, but I'm also really excited to see Jonathan Majors as the antagonist to Michael B. Jordan in this upcoming film. I'm really high on Jonathan Majors right now. Um, I loved everything that this dude has been doing. And so, with that being said, I'm definitely going to be in the theaters checking out Creed 3. It's Michael B. Jordan's directorial debut, if I'm not mistaken. And not only that, apparently they filmed a lot of it in IMAX too. So y'all know I love my IMAX stuff. Uh, for sure, for sure. Dune 2 coming out next year. Um, Oppenheimer, right? Yeah, there's more than a few movies that I am really excited for, and I'm gonna be covering all that stuff as well as doing a lot more Netflix coverage for you guys. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Chris saying, check out Violet Night. Yeah, that's that one with David Harbour, right? That actually looks pretty funny. So I might check that out. Much love to the homie Integrity, right? We about to dive into this here Avatar. Mama Bear says reviews from the eyes of the sky, right? I feel it. I feel it. It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope. I can't wait. Can't wait, and I'm really excited. Koopy Malik says the Army of the Dead anime prequel dropped this year, right? Still haven't seen any news about it. I believe it is. Um, and we're gonna have to see, right? It's been all quiet on the Western Front with that project, and so yeah, we're just gonna be having to keep our eyes open for that. Um, Real quick, Marcus said the new Giancarlo Esposito show dropped on Netflix, Kaleidoscope, and Kaleidoscope, I believe, is a show that you can watch like in any order, and it will affect the way that you view the story, right? Netflix kind of has been doing a lot of stuff, kind of pushing the industry forward in terms of streaming, in terms of interactivity, right? They had the Black Mirror Bandersnatch thing, right, where it was kind of like a make your own adventure kind of affair, and that was pretty interesting, right? And I kept kind of going back and trying to get different outcomes, and that was pretty dope. And now you have this show Kaleidoscope where you can watch the episodes in whatever order, and it'll give you a different kind of experience each time. So that's dope, and I'm gonna be looking forward to watching that pretty soon, right? Uh, Most definitely. We got the homie Necron in here saying Rebel Moon, Evil Dead Rise. Yo, I forgot about Evil Dead Rise too. I want to check that out. Cocaine Bear, Flash, and Aquaman. Flash, them new pictures kind of turned me off a little bit. I ain't gonna even front. I don't know what was up with homie Neck and one, you know what I'm saying, but look, we don't get into that. I Aquaman, man, I ain't talking about that stuff right now. He said, you don't have to watch the episodes in order. Every time you rewatch is a different experience. You have to watch the white episode last, though. See, I feel it. I feel it. Right. Can't wait for Evil Dead Rise. Kaleidoscope. All right. Yeah. All right. For sure. For sure. Now let's get to Avatar, yo. Yo. I first want to cover this because one of the things that I've been noticing when ever since I've been on YouTube is I learned about exactly how many people apparently didn't like the first Avatar movie, right? I was in the minority thinking like, hey, everybody loved going to go see this movie, and it was a transformative experience even back then, right? It pushed the genre forward in terms of technology and performance capture and what was possible and all that stuff, right? And scale and world building and all this stuff, right? I thought that we all felt like that. You know what I'm saying? But since I've been on the internet, I have learned that a lot of people did not like that first Avatar movie. And so first I was like, man, that's just kind of crazy because I saw that movie like 4 or 5 times in theaters. Was it like a perfect story and like a gripping, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, with twists and turns and all kind of like, no, right? But it didn't need to be that. You know what I'm saying? Like, this was pretty much like Fern Gully, The Last Rainforest, in live action, right? Or, a reskin Dances with Wolves kind of, but with on a totally different planet and a different world or whatever. Um, you know, I thought that we all just love that first movie. Now, um, doing these streams and stuff, there's been these like little pocket moments where I've seen people that have been coming here trying to throw slander on Avatar or like really try to say that they just had no faith in this follow up. And, I haven't been here for any of that. Like, my whole point has been this entire time, are we really going to say that the dude that made two of the greatest sequels of all time, right? Like, he can't do a sequel now? Like, it just made no sense to me. It never made any sense. And I'm just like, yo, I think, in terms of like establishing a franchise and establishing a world, right? You know, Avatar was the perfect kind of setup movie, the first one. And this sequel, yo, just totally like blows the first one out of the water, right? And I think it's a superior film in almost every way. And yo, it's emotional, it's gripping. There's lots of family dynamics, right, that are just awesome. They really like you get to see how all of the family members kind of feel about one another, right, and just where they are in terms of the hierarchy and their dynamic between one another. And it's great, yo. It's great. The technology is magical. Like, I understand why this movie took so long to get made. Like, they really had to go, James really had to go get in his bag and you know, it's masterful, yo. I mean, there's all these elements from like aliens and T2. Like, yo, this is why I've been saying, um, you know, I don't understand why we were doubting this man's ability to make a sequel, right? Like, it just never made any sense to me. Marcus says the story is definitely better in Way of Water. I mean, look, I'm sure that James heard all the criticisms, right? And like I said, I didn't mind that first Avatar story being a little shallow, and just easy to follow along to. I mean, I don't even know if our minds would have been able to comprehend, you know what I'm saying? Like, anything more than like, yo, just something they kind of easily follow along with. I mean, because you're looking at everything and you're focused, yo. Um, that first movie was just great, yo. He said less humans and more Navi in the sequel. Oh, definitely, right? Said haters gonna hate. James Cameron still has what it takes. Oh, for sure, for sure. for sure. Said, wait a sec, a new Evil Dead movie. I haven't seen any buzz on it. Campbell still playing Ash. I have no idea, but he, yeah, he says he's an executive producer. Yeah, that movie's gonna be fire though, right? Marcus says, as a father of three, Way of Water hit me in the feels. Yo, and here's the thing: I took my mom to go see it, and the mother son dynamic kind of hit her too. And then when I'm watching it, the one thing that I kind of keep coming back to is the two brothers and their dynamic, right? And it's like, yo, this movie, it hits on multiple levels, yo. It hits on multiple levels, and I was thoroughly entertained, right? Mr. J says James Cameron does what James Cameron does because James Cameron is James Cameron. Real talk, like, yo, this dude, like, yo, just think about it, right? Let's say Avatar stays in theaters for like hella long, you know what I'm saying? Or it just keeps putting up hella numbers, as it probably is going to do, right? There isn't anything really to combat it, I don't think, until maybe February, right? I mean, I don't think there's any big releases in January at all, right? And so this movie could end up hitting 2 billion, right? It's like, yo, this dude would have done Titanic and Avatar 1 and 2. This dude has like directed some of the highest grossing movies of all time, yo. Right? Man. Necron saying people act like the first Avatar wasn't a huge sensation. History revisionist. Yo, I remember, bro. Like that was the movie that really got me back into seeing stuff in 3D, right? And if I'm not mistaken, didn't they kind of start putting everything in 3D after that? I just recall going to go see that movie My Bloody Valentine in 3D. It was like I was like, what the hell is going on? Right? Oh my goodness, it got fireworks and shit still going. Zoe Saldana was fantastic, says Marcus. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Zoe Saldana, yo, she stole the show. She might have actually given my favorite performance. Yo, these movies even got me really rocking with Sam Worthington, yo. Like I ain't even a huge fan of dude like that. Right? Man, it's crazy because like I never would have thought, and that Sam Worthington would like be kind of like at the forefront of like this massive franchise like this, right? That's wild. Sock says, I saw Avatar when it first came out years ago. I really wasn't a fan of it. I prefer District 9 more. To me, that's a better alien film. Um, came out of oh, probably came out around the same time. If you liked Avatar, that's cool. Yeah, man. Look, I love District 9. I love that movie. Like that was a great movie. But I'm not about to sit here and say that going to go see District 9 in the theater and going to go see the first Avatar was like equal. Like it wasn't equal. Like I love District 9, but yo, I really was like transported to another planet on that film, right? We got the homie Leon in here saying the first Avatar was overrated in my opinion. It was Fern Gully, Pocahontas, and Tall Smurfs in space. But it was still not a bad movie at all. From what I've heard about Avatar 2, I definitely want to see it. Um, Look, I ain't even going. We're gonna talk after you see this movie, Leon. Right? Um, right. I got to stop typing when I'm drunk. Yeah. Oh yeah, right. 3D movies are still a thing. Facts, yo. Plot of first Avatar, according to Leon, spaceman gets jungle fever, right? Oh, oh yeah, that's semi accurate, right? Facts. But yo, back to this film, yo. Nah, it was just a lot of slander on James Cameron name, yo, and I feel like this whole time I've been one of the ones that's been championing this movie coming out, and I knew it was gonna do gangbusters, and this movie's making hella money. I think last weekend it went up like 6% from the prior weekend or something. So this is gonna be something dope, and I'm definitely going to go check it out one to two more times. Like I'm really ready to get back to Pandora, right? The Nightwing saying James Cameron wants to reboot Terminator. Hey, if he wants to do that, cool. But then I also just saw something where he was saying he might just be doing Avatar for like a little bit, and then maybe have somebody take over later, but maybe not. So we'll see. But first, because I don't want to be in here like too long and keep y'all up too late, right? But I want to get into the first kind of section of this movie, which is catching up, right? Catching up on everything that has happened since the first Avatar movie, right? I feel like in the first hour of this movie is really used to kind of get you caught up on what's been going on. Like you don't even see the new Met Kaina clan, I think, until like about an hour into the movie, right? So a lot of that first, third of this film is really used to kind of let you know about where these characters, I mean, what these characters have been up to since they've been gone, right? And there's been a lot of time that's passed as well. I mean, they've had like several children at this point. The children are like teenagers, and so there really has been um, a a lot of things that they have to catch you up on, and I felt like the first hour of this movie moves really well. They do a good job of catching you up on their daughters, their sons, right, and just the whole dynamic. And so I am like I love how they bring up a bunch of questions throughout this movie, and some get answered and some don't, right? So there's definitely room for sequels here. And I feel like right from the jump, with because I don't know all of the children's names, but Kiri's or Kira, what was her name? Was it Kiri or Kira? I've seen it. So many, those kids' names just do not stick with me. But with the with the whole thing of Kiri, with the whole thing about who her father is, right? That is a question that is brought up very early in the movie that we didn't get an answer to, which I was more than okay with. They also kind of, you don't know who the new human character Spider that they've kind of adopted into their family, but not necessarily yet. Um, you know, you don't know who his parents are at the beginning of the movie. That question does get answered though, right? And so, that first hour was just really used to pretty much set up this world and what's been going on, set the characters up. And I felt like they did a great job of that, yo. And, you know, moving forward, I think that when we get to Avatar 3, the Seed Bearer, we'll probably just be able to hop right back in from where this last movie left off, or at least a little bit after that, and not, have to necessarily um, do any more exposition on like, what's been going on in the last few years, right? Because that's what really I think kind of added to the runtime of this movie. And I'll get into that a little bit later. But with that being the case and it being so long since that first movie came out, I really didn't mind it, right? Um, Leon says, Koopy, the main characters literally became the misunderstood aliens in both movies. That literal commonality, right? Real talk. Um, Marcus saying, "Wow, 440 million domestically." Oh yeah, nah, that movie's gonna do. This movie is going to do numbers. Joe said so far, Avatar has made 1.3 billion worldwide. Real talk, and yo, this thing really might hit 2 billion, right? Um, Out of topic. Too bad. What's WOW? World of Warcraft didn't get a sequel. You know what? I never saw that one. I kept hearing that it was bad, but I'm gonna have to check that one out because I heard that the CGI was pretty good. Um, Chris says the first Avatar was a decent ripoff to Dances with Wolves, but the 3D graphics were killer for sure. Man, yeah, yo, I feel it. It's like, yeah, Avatar movies are event films. They are, right? Absolutely, right? Yeah. See, now we're here talking about District 9, right? Chris says 2 billion. That's possible. Yeah, it just might, yo. This movie's gonna make a lot of money. It's gonna make a lot of money, and people are gonna show up, yo. I'm gonna go back. And I can't wait for these sequels, right? But back to the beginning of this movie. The first the first hour I think moves really well, and I was liking what they were doing with all the characters. I was wondering how Quaritch was gonna be like the villain for all these movies, and when I saw him, blue in the trailers or whatever, I was kind of questioning, like, how are they actually going to end up pulling this off? But during the movie, their explanation for it was actually pretty cool, and I could accept it. What I'm wondering is what this arc for Quaritch is going to be going forward, because I think that they can take his character in a lot of places. And I'm really, really excited to see where that goes. But moving forward, I wanted to talk about the story, yo. Right? The story of this film, um, where I would say the first Avatar was, look, it's been in the chat multiple times. Like, it's like a ripoff of Dances with Wolves. Um, Hold on. For the Necron saying District 9 is cool, but on Avatar level, y'all still drunk from last night. That's what I'm saying, yo. Right? That's what I'm saying, bro. It's like, come on, man. We can't do that. Right? We can't do that. Right? Yeah, he said Avatar was a socio-political commentary on natives in America and other indigenous folks. Yeah. And in this one, you still got a lot of that going on. But as I said, it's so much more. There's so many family dynamics, and just it's I would say it's a little bit more geared towards the ocean this time, and just kind of the protecting the oceans and the wildlife, saving the whales. But even that stuff, it's not like over the top. It's not over the top at all. And so I think that, moving forward, I'm excited to see where this story goes, yo. Like that's what was crazy is because I knew that with the past criticisms of the first Avatar movie, that James was gonna make sure that this story was a lot tighter, right? But at the same time, the level of care that was put into these scripts and these characters, you could just like you can feel the care on screen. You can literally feel it, right? So um, these are these are definitely pluses for this movie. Um, Leon said people said District 9 and Avatar are on the same level. That's what it's seeming like, right? Right. It said main character in District 9 was also a racist, and when he got sprayed with the alien goo, he was becoming what he hated, and everyone started hating him because he was becoming what they all hated. Right. Yeah. Right. Um. All right. All right. Yeah. Because it was feeling like y'all was trying to compare them because we were talking about Avatar, and all of a sudden, like, fucking District 9 just fucking popped up, and we're just fucking talking about that. So it's like, we got a lesson on cinema by James Cameron. Oh, absolutely. 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 Cinema in its purest form, right? Um, nah, Necrons wasn't tripping, bro. It was seeming like it was some, hey, well, maybe District 9 is better. I don't know. But back to the story though, like the story is a lot tighter. The family dynamics, right? And then the one that I didn't expect was the whole Quaritch and Spider one, right? Where you have the because look, you have the father that's present, right, with Jake and his family. He's like been there and all that. And then you got this father son dynamic where he's kind of been estranged or like, he doesn't even feel like he knows this person, right? He's not the same person that was his father anyway, but he kind of is, right? And so you even had that one. That was a surprise for me. I didn't know that they were going to go there. And that's also why I think that, with the Quaritch character in general, I think they have like so many more avenues that they can take him down, right? I mean, if that Quaritch failed, um, do they make another one, right? That comes and then he's like, right? And then are you gonna have like two Quaritches that are on like two different arcs, right? I mean, it's really kind of crazy to see him kind of going through the same kind of trials and tribulations that Jake was in that first film. And so with that being said, like, is he gonna turn into a good guy? I mean, I'm just not sure, right? Uh right. Um Sock says, now I'll say this: James Cameron can make great films. I'll say this: he's a better film director than Michael Bay is. I mean, come on, yeah, but look, I love Michael Bay too. I actually like Michael Bay. He did Bad Boys. You know what I'm saying? The Rock, right? I almost said Terminator. Transformers. Nah, man, Michael Bay is dope, but James Cameron is James Cameron, bro. Like James Cameron is James Cameron, right? Necron said, "Oh, don't single me out." Yeah, Scott Walker was agreeing, right? Yeah, right. He said, "Better." subjective. On the same level, nah. Avatar changed the game for movie making tech at the very. That's what I'm saying, yo. All that performance capture shit that y'all love, y'all can thank Avatar for that, right? Because it pushed that genre forward, yo. And whenever you have a film that kind of comes through and breaks barriers like that, then what also happens is it opens up that same door for other people to walk through with their own creative flows. And so, you get stuff like, was it Rise of the Planet of the Apes, right? And all these other things, right, that really have just been game changers. Um, TJ says it may be 2023, but it doesn't not mean we stop what we do best. Have a great stream and a productive week. Hashtag finish the conquest. Speaking of finishing the conquest, we got another word from our sponsors right here.
Yes. Mighty Steppenwolf, who might have sat here by the side of the Great One, but undone by his self-pride.
Facts. Yes. Yes. I got Leon saying Necron confirmed. Um, right. We got the good Austin in here saying, wait, where'd it go? Oh, I feel like comparing Avatar to other movies kind of does Avatar a disservice. We can stand on whatever moral high ground we want with politics, but it's not that deep. It's a fantasy movie. Yeah, I've been seeing people like, oh my God, like, yo, it's cultural appropriation. I'm like, yo, man, they're aliens, bro. Like, it's fine. Like, I'm sorry, they're aliens, bro. Right? What up, Teladia? Right? If I said that correctly, I believe so. What's going on, homie? He said, says another faceless avatar. Right. Um, Sock says, The Rock is a great film. I like that. I just can't stand his live action Transformer movies. I like the first two. I did like the first two. He said, we also don't have to put something down in order to prop something up. James Cameron is a legend who made a legendary film. Again, leave it at that, my friends. No comparisons, point blank. Right? Yo, um, James Cameron is on a kind of is one of a kind, just like Zack Snyder. They are who they are, kick-ass filmmakers. Oh yeah, nah, like you definitely, like, and that's where I was going with the whole, where like you can feel his other films in this movie, right? Whereas, you got some of the team elements and the team fighting from like Aliens, right? And then, Quaritch is almost like, a T-1000, and some of the fight scenes are really reminiscent of some of the moments, or like just like his camera angles and the underwater chase scene, right? All, the big robotics just getting in everything. It's super dope. And you guys, if anybody has not seen this movie, you have to see this shit. Like you have to. You have to, right? We got people saying, what's up to good Austin facts, right? We got Mama Bear saying, Cameron is like a three-course meal, thought out and nuanced. Bay is like Taco Bell, quick, enjoyable with the occasional. Oh my God, that was a great analogy, right? He said, again, y'all, why the Michael Bay hate? Hey, the Michael Bay slander be getting crazy. That dude did Bad Boys, bro. Y'all tripping, right? Yeah, yeah. Um, the Michael Bay is like Wolverine, very good at what he does. Real talk. I just you know what? I think I just saw somebody trying to get some of this unobtainium. We got the homie Leon of the new geeks in the building. What's going on, Leon?
I
The
like
unobtainium.
that little avatar nod there. That's what's up. Yeah, I just wanted to get my faceless self on this screen here. Another faceless avatar. A lot of touchy motherfuckers in the chat right now. Shout out to our members of the cool table. Getting all
Facts.
sensitive and shit. But nah, I'm fucking with y'all. But yeah, man, I haven't seen the second one yet. And I appreciate your passion for the movie. I think the movie as a
It's
whole,
fire,
man.
bro. It's fire, bro.
Just the
It's
existence of the
fire.
movie, I'm happy about, man, because I'm fucking tired of the palette of films that we've been
Mm.
getting, bro, and movies that we've been getting. Cape shit, woke shit, all of it. I'm done with it. So I'm actually excited to see this movie. That and there's this other movie I want to see too that I have on the list. I forgot, but that's definitely high up. Oh, Cocaine Bear. What
Yo,
am I tripping about?
yo,
That and Cocaine Bear, for sure.
speaking of that, right? The quote unquote woke shit, right? Cameron had a quote that, I was like, does this sound, like I don't know how this sounds, right? But because he was speaking about taking female empowerment to like its maximum level, right? And he felt like, having um a pregnant female like engaging in like warfare was like the highest level of that, right? And I was kind of like, man, I don't know, right? But I will say this: I see when you see it in the movie, it's like you get it. And it was funny because I saw it with my mom the first time, and when that moment happened, she kind of was like, yeah, right? Like, don't just, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm,
yo, like, and she don't be on that woke shit. But in that particular setting, you could tell that, probably a lot of movies use the trope of like, if a female is pregnant, and there's something that's like popping off, they'll kind of just like leave her on the side and be like, all right, yeah, well, you just stay here. Right. But in this situation where it's like their home is being threatened and there's really like nowhere to go, right?
right.
And for her to kind of like pick up arms in that actual moment, like to see her reaction, and she was just like, yeah, and it like it didn't bother me at all. And so um I think that James Cameron, and also speaking about James Cameron and women empowerment, right? This dude gave us one of the most awesome kick-ass female characters ever in Ripley from Aliens, right? Like
Right.
I didn't,
Yeah,
yeah,
and
like
Sarah Connor and Terminator.
Sarah Connor, yo, this
Yep.
is see, that's why I'm glad that you stopped through,
Because
right?
what
Hold
you're
up,
saying
but
makes sense. Oh, go for it.
real quick, because growing up, I didn't give a shit that they were women.
Facts.
Right? Like, yo,
Facts.
I wanted to be Ripley, yo. That
Facts.
moment, that moment when she comes out of that damn door in that loader and says, "Get away from her, you bitch." Like that shit, like I felt that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
And
Right.
right. And then there's countless, right? And you even had Sarah Connor that was kind of like one of those characters that wasn't very capable in the first movie, right? Turn into the most capable person in the entire movie, damn near, in Terminator 2.
Yep.
Right. So James Cameron has kind of always been pushing that forward, but he does it in a very real and believing way. where it doesn't feel forced at all. At all.
Yeah. You're saying what I'm thinking, right? Like, which is James Cameron's a master at taking story elements and pushing them to the brink of, this has to occur. What can happen in this? It's like Joseph Campbell's journey, right? Joseph Campbell's journey of a character. He does that with women, right? We get Sarah Connor,
the hero's journey, right?
The hero's journey,
yeah.
Absolutely. He has Sarah Connor. I'm gonna touch on y'all motherfuckers in a second. Y'all ain't get shit, but I'm gonna get y'all in a second. Since y'all cool table, I'm gonna chill. But anyway, but when it comes to Sarah Connor and Ripley, what he does is he takes them through the ringer, because even Ripley, to a degree, isn't as like tough, dominating, and able to just tear an alien apart in the first movie, even though he didn't direct the first movie. We know that. But Sarah Connor is this young chick who's just serving in a cafe or a diner or a bar or what have you, and she's thrusted into this world. And that first movie is just basically us seeing that Band-Aid get ripped off and that wound getting drugged through glass. You know what I'm saying? And then on the other side of it is Terminator 2. It's like she's healed, but it's healed ugly. And now she has to go through this world being like fucking Batman with a gun and a bra. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, right.
She's a badass. And like James Cameron, he'll take ideas that can seem woke in this modern era, but he'll force it into a corner of it has to occur.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying?
That's what I was saying.
So it's not woke at all.
Yeah.
It's like it's the consequences. It's like Man of Steel and The Family, right? Where heat vision's being blasted at them. Zack Snyder pushed, just for everybody, in the audience to have some example that we can all kind of, know about, right? Another masterful director pushed a character into a corner of something that they really are told not to do, which is kill. And what did he do? He killed. Same thing with this character in Avatar you're describing. A woman who's pregnant, pushed into a corner of protecting their baby, because that's uncommon, but she's like, fuck that, I'm protecting my kid, yo. So that's
right?
just master storytelling.
Facts. And so, James Cameron is definitely a master filmmaker, and we got a master of darkness in here. We got the homie Necron in the building. What's going on, Necron?
You son of a bitch. No.
I'm fucking confirming I am here on Skywalker's channel. I am confirming.
Hey, 100 points for anybody that can guess where that line came from. It should be easy.
Thanks, yo. Nothing wrong with badass chicks. I like them. Yeah, and with Ripley and Sarah Connor, especially, and they weren't over sexualized either, right? But even Sarah Connor was still pretty hot. You know what I'm saying? Like,
she was pretty as shit back in the day.
Real talk, you know what I'm saying?
For the type of chick she was, type of character.
Her take charge fucking attitude was hot. Like, she didn't fuck around. Like, shit's getting done.
Yep. Yep.
You're rolling or you're not. That was like the Sarah Connor attitude, She just fucking whooping ass.
True Lies, yo, man. Y'all need to put some respect on James Cameron's name, bro.
Well, dude, that's all I was
still got the
saying
VHS
earlier.
for True Lies.
District 9 is a cool movie and I enjoyed it, but you're gonna tell me he's on James Cameron level? What's going on
I didn't see anybody saying that. I thought people were comparing because of the obvious comparisons.
I don't remember who, may have been Sox, or someone said District 9 was better.
Oh, fuck, Necron, you're right.
And I was like, hey, yo. I get everybody has their right to opinion, but my opinion is that's fucking outrageous to say that's better than even Avatar.
Wait. Okay, yeah. Well, I don't know. I still agree that it can be better. I wouldn't say it's better. I don't know. I haven't watched those movies in so fucking long. That might be a good back-to-back feature that we might need to do.
I watched District 9 one time. I've seen Avatar about 3. I'm not gonna say I watched it a million or anything.
But here's the thing that we can't do. We can't repackage that experience for what Avatar was that first time. You can't repackage that, right? And so it's like that is such like a massive hold up. All right, here we go. We got Socks with the clarification. He said, "I never said that District 9 was better than Avatar. I said it's a different story. I liked District 9, but it's not on the same level." All right, cool. Okay. Yeah, it was just like the way it was coming through.
Did you see it that way too, Skywalker? Like everybody was saying, well, District 9.
I pretty much did. I ain't gonna front. I was like, whoa, like, hold on, whoa.
Yeah, I'd even say if you think it's better, like that's between you and God if you think it's better or whatever. But I will agree that it's not on the same fucking level because Avatar's impact, like I was saying in the comments, like Avatar, man, it changed the fucking game no matter what you think about it. The tech that was used, the experience, and like it was one of those things where people were trying to come up with things to kind of match it into a degree, right? Socks. Socks that I'm gonna steal your socks. Don't throw me under the bus. I'm gonna steal your socks.
I singled you out, Socks.
Don't worry, man. He got me too, bro. He got me too. That's how I'm on this panel. That damn Necron.
I'm like, goddamn, now I'm confirmed. Shit.
No. That was a joke. That's the inside joke that
I know.
Now we're telling the fucking inside joke. See, now you got me fucking spilling. But anyway. But Austin, you ain't off the hook.
What that Austin do?
That whole bullshit. I'm so tired of him saying, "Oh, we can't talk about this because it's fantasy, bro." We do that shit all the time with Zack Snyder's films. We talk about them like they're high art films. Like, why are we suddenly saying we can't get deep with other movies? Like, I don't get it. Why not?
Oh shit, no.
Why can't we?
That's why we're here, right? To talk about fucking movies and things.
That's what I'm saying. Like, come on, man. The cool table can't do that. The cool table can't be the guy that's telling people not to talk deep about movies. In my opinion. So I already know Austin gonna smack me over the head with some shit. I already know he is. But I just had to say it because he did that shit with the fucking Indiana Jones shit, man. I'm like, what you talking about, man? We do this all the time. Man, come on. Like,
oh man. I am loving this show. I am loving this.
They're gonna clip this and they're gonna say the cool table's breaking up. Watch, they're gonna do this,
bruh.
They're gonna do
Leon betrayed Austin, bro.
Leon and Necron. Damn it. But no, I mean, I'm bullshitting mostly, but the sentiment I'm for real about. Like, I think we should get deep about these movies. That's what they're here for. Especially something that's a global impact like Avatar, dude.
Yeah. Austin says people pull in the social justice word card on Avatar, bro. That's where we can't go deep on that. Yeah. Hey, I feel it. See,
movies like that. I mean, there's been movies like social messages since the day we were born. I mean, and a lot of it's like Avatar's metaphor social justice, but I mean, it don't got to get off. You can still see it and enjoy everything else. If the message resonates with you, it doesn't. Or maybe it's just a movie about a planet with aliens and water, and the aliens would be the Americans, what are the Earthlings, let's say that, and they're coming to fuck up their planet, right?
I'd even say that if people want to get SJW with it, fuck it, go for it. That just gives us something to talk about. Yeah, I don't agree with that SJW shit, but if they want to talk about it, we could talk about it. Because I would love to dissect a woke ass, dye-haired, having, I ain't gonna say the rest, person on this topic. I would love to get somebody on a panel that is diametrically opposed to our views on all this shit. That's like, oh, the white man is stealing our ideas to make the. I'd be like, bitch, shut the fuck. I would love to have that conversation. You know what I mean?
Yeah. This movie, because that is one thing that's separate from this movie from the last one, right? Is the first one they were there and they were mining the unobtainium, right? This time they're back to just colonize and terraform the entire planet.
Mm-hmm. So
like they're gonna basically kill them all by doing
yes. And
damn.
the
like, we don't give a fuck. We're wiping out your whole world to do what we want. Okay, I get it.
The term that they use is to pacify the natives. Yes. So yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yo, this movie, yeah, it's just in terms of like scope, it blows the first one out of the water. Yo, you actually start learning more about the other tribes and their little dynamics. Um, with one another, and like we're seeing how that plays out. And we're apparently going to be getting more tribes. I mean, he's been hinting towards like a fire tribe in the next movie, possibly. I mean, yo,
so
I don't
Avatar's
know.
gonna go Avatar, huh? That's
Right,
crazy.
right. Nah, yo, this is um a lot different. It said 80 million avowed. Remember, he's a sky. No, they're there to get the whale brain goo. Yes, because that stops human aging, but they're also there to terraform the planet while doing so. Yeah, because they get this little serum from the Tolkans, which are pretty much like their version of whales, except they're like, because apparently whales are like super aware and actually smart, and like, so it's like ramped up to 100 this time, because the whales can actually communicate with the Navi, right? And they have their own little hierarchy and things that they got going on as well. And while we are terraforming, we're also hunting them, because the serum from their brain stops aging in humans, like dead set. So you'll pretty much be
That's crazy.
immortal.
So they're definitely gonna go and get that shit. So
yes,
all cost. I got you.
Yeah, by
right.
any means necessary, right? Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like they the way he sets up the whole way that they are like hunting the Tolkans and everything, and like how they do it, when you see like them using the damn harpoons and all that stuff earlier in the movie, you just know that like later all this stuff is going to be used in an action scene. And the fucking third act of this movie, I mean, Leon just dipped out, but one third act that he's consistently kind of talking about on this film, on I mean on this channel, has been Aquaman, right? Whereas like I think that the third act of this movie might be one of the best third acts that I've seen in an action movie in quite some time. Like,
wow, that's a heavy statement.
Yeah,
Considering
quite some time.
action we have seen lately in movies. Damn.
You know how like in Zack Snyder's Justice League, like that last hour is just like fucking yeah, man. It's on that
on
kind
that
of
level.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to tell my wife we're gonna see this shit tomorrow. She's been making. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. 3 hours. Blah blah blah. Does that 3 hours fly by?
Yeah, yo. I mean, I checked my watch one time. The first time that I watched it, one time, and that was at about 2 hours and 40-ish minutes, maybe 2.5 hours. But y'all already know I'm gonna keep it 100. But I am most definitely feeling like this was a fantastic third act. Austin said it rivaled Maverick's third act. I personally feel like it was a little better than Maverick's third act. But they're neck and neck, yo. They're really neck and neck.
Oh no, better than Maverick's third act, because that was kick ass.
Yeah, man. Yo,
damn.
Neytiri was
Yeah.
Zoe Saldana, yo. I mean, in the parts where she has to show like emotion or like pain, it comes through in spades, yo. Right, and we are getting into spoiler territory, so sorry, guys. You know what I'm saying? But after their son is killed, right? Like that whole little like yo, when he's looking her in her eyes and he's telling her like, yo, I need you to like be strong right now. And then she just kind of like, you can see where she like flips that switch and she just goes into go mode. Yo, Zoe Saldana did a fucking fantastic job. And I'm very happy that they cast her in this role. Very happy. Austin says it does run a little long, but so worth it. Yeah, really. It was pretty much. It was that if there didn't need to be so much catching up on what has happened since that first movie, I think that that first hour could have been a little shorter, which would have brought the runtime down a little bit. Because I do feel like that is why the second act feels a little long, is because the first act takes a while to get you caught up, right? But at that same token, I felt like I was on Pandora, yo. The technology in this film is fucking amazing, yo. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get to the technology now. The fucking technology on this film was amazing, yo.
You talking about how they filmed it or what they showed on screen that they were using?
Everything, bro.
Okay.
Oh, that's
like
what's up.
everything, bro. Like it feels like you're there because it also has like a high frame rate as well, right? So, did you guys see Gemini Man that was shot at like 60 frames per second?
I did not.
No, you had asked that before. I've never seen that movie. I've seen like clips, but never the whole movie.
Yo, it's literally like, yo, it changes everything, yo. It's just, it's literally like playing games at 30 frames per second and then going to 60, right? It feels so much smoother and it makes the 3D pop so much more, right? Where you literally feel like you're there. I mean, when water was splashing, I felt like that water was going to get on me. There's several times where like I'm just looking at this film and I'm like, there's no fucking way that this is CGI. Like, it's just no way.
Damn.
Right? The water, that's something else that fucking Cameron did is, he took that whole working with water thing from Titanic, brought it over to here, right? And it's dialed up to fucking 100, man. Like this movie's like James
and the
Cameron.
Abyss too.
Oh, see, and the Abyss, right?
And don't forget the liquid metal Terminator.
Oh yeah,
that was one of the early kind of technologies like that too.
Yep,
keeps dialing it up each fucking time, man.
That's a good point. I remember they kept talking about that a lot, and that also pushed the genre forward. You're absolutely right, Necron. That pushed the genre forward like a mug, using that tech.
We just like
Cameron's always pushing the genre forward, man.
And we just got to give the man his respect, dude. He is a badass. She's a badass. You got Terminator 2. No, did he do the original Terminator? He did do the original Terminator, right? He did.
Yeah.
He did Aliens.
Mm-hmm.
Help me out, guys, because I start.
T2.
As far as how much movies he did?
True Lies, Titanic.
True
Lies was a fucking kick-ass movie.
Facts.
Avatar.
Right. We got Austin saying, I don't like how Spider was looking at Mama. That's setting up something sinister in Avatar 3. Yo, I don't blame him though. Like the Spider character, you know what? Hold on. Before I move on to technology, we're gonna talk about some of these characters because this is gonna fucking segue, right? But the spider character, right? The human that was abandoned at the end of the first movie that we're kind of just finding out about. But he's been semi-adopted by Jake and his family, right? And he's having all these back and forths with like Quaritch, right, throughout the movie, and he's seeing how the Navi are behaving, right, and that part at the end, because pretty much, guys, after after Jake and Neytiri's son dies, Quaritch kidnaps the other two daughters, and he's like holding them hostage, and he wants to make a trade for Jake. And there comes a point where he has the drop on Kiri, which is played by Sigourney Weaver. She actually plays a teenager in this movie. It's fucking crazy because she moves like a teenager. She's talking like a teenager. It's just really funny. But there is this moment where Neytiri like grabs Spider and she's like, yo, like I'm about to kill this little boy pretty much. Like if you don't let my damn daughter go. And it's super powerful. But even like right before that, he's seeing like how she's kind of moving and how like animalistic that she is in this moment. I mean, her son has just died, right? She's really like fucking putting work in right now. And she's stabbing, she's fucking, wasn't that crime? Slicing, dicing, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Slicing dice, right? And and so he's like really scared of her, right? And then so later, after she kind of, fucking grabs him and fucking threatens to kill him, I mean, he's a little afraid, you know what I'm saying? Like the Navi are like way bigger than him. He is a human, right? And just I think that these characters, they all had great motivations and arcs, and I'm really excited to see where this goes. Marcus says Neytiri kind of like Caitlin Stark. Oh no, kind of Caitlin Stark Spider. Yeah. Real talk.
Oh, that's a Game of Thrones reference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Austin says The Way of Water was a play on words. They say it in the movie multiple times, but they also filmed it in a brand new way. Animated it so it felt like you were being rained on. Shit had my hands up. Yeah, it's crazy, yo. It's crazy.
Oh,
Sock said,
go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay.
No.
I just had a simple question. So even they shot it in 3D, obviously, right? It's shot in 3D. So do they do stuff obviously for 3D effect, but it's not just like ridiculous, like 3D effect, like like there's certain things coming at you and that nature and all that. Because I know sometimes in 3D movies they go overboard with sticking this shit, whatever.
Nah, man, no. This is like no, it's not overboard. It's just you feel like you're there, bro. So
like you're actually watching these events go down.
Okay. Yeah, so fucking, it's never a point where they're like, fucking where a character's gonna throw something at you and then it slows down, right? Or like, for any of that stupid shit.
Yeah.
But it just feels like you're there. Just like Austin said, like when it's raining and there's water splashing, it feels like you're there, and it feels like you're gonna get wet.
So it's mostly for texture.
Yeah, bro. Like literally, you experience this movie, yo. It's
I got a problem here in town.
Yeah.
Is I can't find a theater which shows it both in 3D and high frame rate. It's either one or the other.
Oh my God. Hey.
So I got, which one should I pick?
I don't even know how to answer that question, bro.
I'd probably go high frame rate, man.
I was just about to say that because here's the thing. That is kind of like more important if I had to choose one. You know what I'm saying? Because the high frame rate, if you don't see it with the high frame rate, it's not even going to be the same thing. Like that literally changes the experience too. So
high frame rate it is for me.
Yeah.
All
right. Sock says if it wasn't for George Lucas's company Industrial Light and Magic, James Cameron wouldn't have been able to make his T-1000 for Terminator 2. Cameron owes a lot of thanks to George Lucas and his company.
Sure.
For sure, yo. People stand on the shoulders of giants all that time, you know, but at the same token, you know, put some respect on James' name. And speaking of respect on the homies' names,
the big respect.
We got the big homie popping through. Somebody else on the panel that's actually seen the movie. The homie Silla, dude, what's going on?
I figured I was like, let me jump on here because every time Sky say something, Leon kept getting quiet. I was like, let me jump over here because he didn't see the movie. So
right.
I see the passion Sky talking. I'm like, bro, nobody else saw this? Okay.
For real.
I'm trying to tell him.
I don't think you seen either, right?
We're the worst panelists today. Well, I ain't seen it. I'm being confirmed, damn it.
Yo, but I'm gonna echo a lot of stuff Sky was talking about, man. You know, I did my Seal Nation Saturday, my year in review, you know, and talk about a lot of the movies because I know we're shocking people, Sky and the rest of y'all, that we don't just talk about cape shit, right? Like we actually like other stuff, you know?
Right?
Yeah, for sure.
And that was a really important stream for me because I was like, that's actually setting the new year. We're gonna be jumping to different genres, and you know, people gonna get ready for that. But Avatar was in my top 3 movies of the year, 2022. I did my little countdown, and number 1 for me is Top Gun Maverick. I think that's the neatest film.
I love that movie.
Best editing. The third act was wild. Like if people say it's a Star Wars film, it didn't run too long. And that's the only thing I hit against Avatar. Theatrical experience, 3D. Like you got to see it in 3D. Like if you see this film, you're doing a disservice to yourself if you don't see it in 3D. Right. So that's one thing.
Now I was settled down. Oh shit! You
got to see it. And like I would have been going harder on this film, but like they're not paying me to market this film, right? So I'm like, I'm not gonna sit here, bro, and promote it like that. But no, and so I took one of my little girls to go see it. You know what I'm saying? She's 8, and so it got intense in the third act, right? Sky?
Yeah. Oh man.
I was like, maybe this wasn't a good choice. Because man, when you said that third, that's what made me really jump on. It wasn't because Leon was quiet. When you talk about that third act, I was like, yo. Because first off, let me back up for a moment because I got captured to where you at. So the first act I thought was dang near perfect because it set up that early conflict within the first 45 minutes, like when they catch the kids in the by that bunker, right?
Yeah. Oh my God.
Stakes went up immediately in this movie.
Yeah.
Like, whoa. You know, the first 20 minutes is like it's catching you up. You know, homeboy's back from the first one. He's in Navi form or whatever. And I was like, okay, I get it. Okay, sci-fi this shit, right? Okay, I got you. He's back. And it puts you in that conflict of danger right from the beginning. And you're like, it is on. This is on. Like, what's going to happen? This is in the first 45 minutes, right? And so
literally, like when they first get to the planet, when they first touch down to the planet, it's like, oh shit. Like they already coming in on bullshit. Yeah,
you have this feeling like somebody has to die in this film. That they set that standard from the beginning. So I'm just like, man, nobody's safe, not even little kids, right? I'm like, dang, and then the middle of the film, because I literally look at films in 3 acts where it's like, that moves the story for me. Like, okay, we're in the second act, okay, and so that's the part that ran a little bit too long for me, Sky. That second act. And I was like, but I'm loving the underwater 3D and everything. So like, I'm good, but I did kind of look at it like, okay, we need some conflict here or something coming up, but it's the experience, bro. And so that's why it was one of my favorite films. And that's why I say Top Gun Maverick is only better because it tightened the story up. So third act, oh my goodness. Some of the best action I've seen in theaters. If I say action wise, Top Gun, because it's all about you're in the sky and all that stuff.
Yeah,
it did put it did set you up for a moment in Top Gun. For a brief second, you was like, oh, okay, this is Tom Cruise swan song. They may kill him off in this movie, right? And then they had the last minute save. So I was like, I didn't feel too much of danger in Top Gun Maverick, but I was just like, okay, it worked what they did with it. In this film, it's like somebody's gonna die. That's what you felt that third. Like, somebody's about to die.
There was no way that whole family was coming out intact. There was just no way. The whole underwater chase scene where they're running from like the fucking robots and shit. Like, yo, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy.
Zoe Saldana.
Yes.
They're actually starting to call for her to get Oscar consideration. That's how, and she's mocapped into, from the first film, same character, better technology. They look better. Like these characters look better in this film. She is like the heart of the film, so to speak. And when she moves, the action moves, and she's a G with that bow and arrow. Oh my good, bro!
Oh man,
bro. Like really, the fact that she can even get Oscar, I don't think she's going to get it, but to even get consideration, I'm telling you, it's her best. It's her best performance. Like literally,
the fact that there is enough talk about it that people would even think about. Yeah,
bro. It's real, y'all. It's real. It's like I was, man, when I saw it, and it was over the holiday week, so I think I took my week off streaming, so I would have been talking this up a lot last week, but it's that good, y'all. It's that good. See it in 3D. I can't wait to get the physical media already. Like I'm on that right now. Where I'm like, I need to own this film because I could just put that on while I'm cleaning the house or something and just let that roll. Like it's really good. It's a really good film.
Hey, still shout out for putting the Northman on your honorary list.
Yeah.
That movie's fucking
honorary mention. That was a overlooked film, but it was the most savage film of 2022. And Nicole Kidman, I don't think she got enough love from that film because she played that role where she flipped.
Dude, when she flipped, that was weird.
I was like,
weird.
What is going on here? But she played it so proud. I was like, yo,
she's all about survival. Like, that's what it was.
She still got it, man.
Yeah.
She still got it.
In indie circles, they talked about Northman a lot. What is it playing on? What is it playing on?
If it's even
what streaming service?
I don't even know if it's on the streamer, to be quite honest.
It was for a while on like Paramount or Peacock or one of those.
That's probably who will have it. Yeah, one of those two. Because it's such an indie type of film, but you have
I got the 4K now, so I'm good.
You have some stars in the film.
I think it's on Amazon.
Oh, it's on Amazon now?
Okay. You got William Dafoe in there briefly.
With a subscription,
nice Okay, you got some nice cameos in the film, like grade A actors. But the story is about Skarsgård, like the main character.
Yeah.
And you follow his journey. But man, the ending of that film, I was just like, man, like, this is the hero's journey right here, right? You know what I mean? Like Northman didn't get enough love. The only thing, I need a little more I need to laugh a little bit, so that's why I didn't make the top.
There's no laughing in Northman, Harley.
There's no laughing, bro. But it's good. If you just want to sit down and be like, yo, let me just experience a story. Like, if y'all haven't seen that, check out Amazon or you say Peacock or whoever has it.
I think the director of The Witch, I think he made
Robert
Northman, didn't he?
Yes, you're correct, Leon. He is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew that
Lighthouse
was super dark.
Stuff.
Yeah, and the Lighthouse. Yep.
it's that type of vibe too, where just like just watch, just experience it. You know, you have a lot. It gives you a lot of commentary to talk about. And people that knows that whole Viking Valhalla background story, they really was digging into that lore. That's why I was talking. It's been a while, but I talked to Purple Valkyrie about that, and she was like just into Northman. Like she was like, "This is the lore," you know what I mean? I was like, I didn't know.
They did it.
Book or something.
They did it right, dude. Like wow. Even like down to the Viking ships and it was just.
Yeah, that was on my honorable mention. And,
I'm sorry, I don't want to take your stream over this guy with the
but I did feel like it was a couple movies better, like Everything, Everywhere, Always, or whatever that film's called. Thought that was
Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
Everywhere, All at Once. Yeah,
that movie was dope. That was a dope ass movie.
Dude.
That's the best multiverse film ever. Like seriously.
Ever, dog. Ever.
Using the concept of multiverse, that's the best film.
Hell yeah.
That ever did it. You know what I'm saying?
Super goofy way in which they went about doing it, but it was fucking incredible, bro. I was like, this movie's dope as shit.
Yeah. Is it better than Jet Li's The One?
Yes.
I'm joking. I
fucked with Jet Li's The One back in the day, dude.
I fucked with Jet Li's The One. I have Jet Li's The One. I love that movie.
Deeper than that.
That part where
definitely deeper.
He was at the end and he was like fighting all the fucking people that was running up the that was dope,
That
yo.
was dope. That was
dope.
This film,
Jet Li
Michelle
was
Yeoh,
the
she's
shit.
finally getting her flowers now, thankfully. Michelle Yeoh, because she's been doing it, man, like our whole lifetime. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of Michelle Yeoh, she is in the next Avatar movie.
Bro, there's rumors that Cavill going to eventually get in there too, but either 3 or 4, probably 4.
And David Thewlis. David Thewlis is in Avatar 3 as well. So look, can you guys believe this? 2
Disney
and 3
snatching up all the Justice League actors.
Avatar 2 and 3 were already shot, and parts of 4. Right?
So,
and
is he shooting 4 right now?
They were apparently waiting to like see what the return on this one was going to be.
Whoa, because so this is masterful. Go ahead, Scott.
Yeah. And this is also great because the fucking teenagers aren't gonna grow out of their roles like in Stranger Things. You know what I'm saying? Where you have like Noah, and he's supposed to be a teenager, and he looks 27, right?
This is what's dope about this. This is what's dope about this concept, Sky. Because when again, Cameron, I don't know how he's still like surprising us. Like this man owns theaters. Like he knows the theatrical experience, right? And he knows the business. He shot, like you said, he shot part 2, Avatar 2 and 3 off the same budget, and he got halfway through 4. He said, "Yo, I'm gonna need we need to get about $2 billion." And it was like, for Avatar 2, he's like, "No, like I shot 2 films already on that budget and half of 4." So this changes the game now. Now, I mean, of course, you know, Zack Snyder understood that mission too. People forget about that. You know what I'm saying? Back to back, you're getting multiple experiences.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
out of the same crop of budgeting.
There was a rumor like when he was shooting BVS that he was setting up shots with Ray Fisher, like when they did the scene in BVS where he was already starting to shoot Justice League. So Zach was getting it off that same budget. You know what I'm saying? For 2017, which you know, again, we know the history with that. But Cameron, he with this technology, he's like, yeah, you know, we spent about $2 billion to make part 2, 3, and part of 4. He's going to get $2 billion with just part 2 alone. He's in the game. That's straight profit. When 3 is straight profit.
That's fucking crazy, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah,
bro.
Think about
He's gonna make another $2 billion from that.
You know what it is? These types of filmmakers, they come from that era. Like it's y'all mentioned him already, Michael Bay. It's Cameron, Snyder, Bay, Robert Rodriguez, Tarantino. They all came from that era of like making a dope ass game changing movie on a budget, like nickel and dime. I'll take what was that famous line in Iron Man? How he made the suit.
In a cave with a bunch of spare parts,
Exactly.
scraps.
Exactly.
Right.
Like, and Nolan as well. How can I forget Nolan? Have you ever seen Following? I think it's called his first film. That movie it's amazing independent film that he shot, and he shot on like no more than $1,000. Like it's dope. These guys know how to fucking turn a profit. They know how to take scraps and make a masterpiece out of it, right? And nowadays, the guys that came after them that kind of are little studio puppets, they don't know how to do that shit. They need 3D. What's that freaking company I always call out called? The Third Floor. They need those guys to kind of give them a shell of a film, and then they kind of fill in gaps here and there. Where James Cameron's a fucking utility man. You give him a shoe and some underwear with a hole in it, and he'll give you a car. Like, these guys are masterful guys. Yeah,
and he's gonna have a number one film. Like
Game Changers.
He's about to pass like what Top Gun Maverick did with 1.5 billion. He's about to pass that, I think, by next week. And again, this is not taking it again. Top Gun Maverick, that's my favorite film, complete, of the year. But Avatar 2, people got to put much more respect. And worldwide is getting that love. It's domestically. It's these angry YouTubers that was trying to, go at Avatar like, oh, it's gonna be woke and all this. Like, bro, at least watch the film first, and then I'm right with you talking about what's woke. And I didn't get no hints from that. You touched on that pregnant part in the film, Sky. It went by so quick. I was just like, oh, they're genius. That's all I got from that.
Yeah, and the situation called for it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, like for real.
Something can be, have a message, and it doesn't always have to be woke. Like that's just becoming like cringe. They're always trying to put that stamp on everything now. Oh, it's woke, it's woke, it's woke. No, it's not.
They jumped. I see a lot of them. They're starting to walk back. You know what I'm saying? their comments and stuff. And I was like, nah, but like just at least experience it. That's all I'm saying. If it's woke, we'll trash it right with y'all. But it's
well, you know what it is, fellas. These messages are universal. Someone needing to survive, that's a universal message. It just so happens she's a woman, she's pregnant, she's blah, 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 blah. It's all a universal message of survive. Everybody out here, we trying to survive and we want to survive.
And anyone can relate to that.
No matter what color you are, and what your gender is, it's a universal.
Yeah, I didn't eye roll either.
That's my test. That's my eye test. It's like if you do some kind of message,
literally,
I go back to the ultimate moment, like the Batgirl moment Batwoman, where the suit's fine if it fits a woman. That's the ultimate eye roll, right?
Oh God!
It's like,
right?
It's like, okay, no, it's over. This series is over.
That's terrible.
So if that message like, oh, she's pregnant, they coming to attack our people, and she's like, no, I'm gonna fight. I was like, hey, let's do this. You know what I'm saying?
There's so many great lines, man. Like, towards the end, when literally, like, when Jake Sully and his family, they're pretty much, yes, at this point, their son has died, right? But like, they had a chance to get away, and Quaritch is just sitting there like, oh, so what you gonna do? Are you just gonna leave me out there knowing that I'm gonna just come and I'm never gonna stop? I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna kill your entire family. And Jake just looked at him and was like, well, let's get to it then. Like, I was like, oh shit. Let's get to it.
It's the moments in the film, the timing of the moment. That's why I was sitting there, I was like, man, James Cameron, he get like, theaters are still alive, y'all. Like, this is James Cameron gets.
Oh no, 100%, 100%, bro.
He already has a third one about to be in the can, ready to go. It's like, release that next year, bro. This year. I'm sorry. This year. Let's get that this year.
Yep.
Bro, that's the same shit I'm on. I'm like, I want this like Lord of the Rings style. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Just drop it 1 year
early. 2024, very early. Like, this has to drop within the next year, like calendar year.
Hey, so quick question to y'all that have seen it, y'all fellas. So, this movie, after seeing it, do you think that, like you guys said, a line that kind of is powerful or really sticks with you? Are there moments that kind of resonate beyond films? Basically, what I'm asking is, are the young modern goofs gonna make a meme out of it? meaning in a good way though? You think there's memeable moments? Not that matters to me, but I'm just asking.
It's some quotable moments. Like I
That's
like
what
the
I mean,
whole son for a son part, Sky.
Son for a son, yo. Oh my God.
Okay.
I like the lore and like just the rituals. Like when he had to leave that first village, he had to symbolically die. And so they stabbed him. Was it? It couldn't have been on the side with the heart. Was it?
They just cut him. They just cut him across the chest
to symbolize that the leader, the patriarch, he's leaving. So the only way you leave is by death. So I was like, I love that ritual stuff. So they symbolically they had to cut him like like he died, but he took his family and left. It's just some deep moments for me. I thought,
bro.
Would it make it a meme? Like I said, the son for a son, I could see that happening, Sky, where they just show it. It resonated with me. Yeah.
Man, look, yo, when he said, well, let's get to it then. He said, I was like, he was like, yo, you just gonna leave me out here knowing I'm never gonna stop coming? I was like, bro,
when that moment came, I was like, okay, I'm thinking, okay, we got part 3. Okay, that's the end of this film. You know what I'm saying? I get it. You know what I'm saying?
40
minutes.
No,
we're gonna fight now. We're gonna fight now, bro.
Hold on, y'all. Real shit. Still absolutely right. Yo, the fucking action has already been going up, and it's been ramping up this entire time. And
we
you
had
literally
enough at that point, Sky. Go ahead.
Right? And then it's like, yo, we good. And then it's like, he's like, nah, let's get to it then. And it's like, oh shit, there's another 40 fucking minutes, bro. Like, and it is going down.
So let me ask you another question. Let me ask you another question.
Non-stop action. Yeah.
So would you say that, like, because Avatar felt like a complete film, the first one, would you say this one feels like a complete film, even though there's sequels coming? It feels like a complete film. And if James Cameron was like, nah, I'm not releasing the other ones, you'd be like, damn, that was amazing.
No,
bro, there's gonna be a riot in the fucking streets, bro. There's gonna be
I don't mean it in that way. I just mean like you watch Batman Begins and you're like, oh, this feels like a complete film. When you watch The Dark Knight, this feels like a complete film.
Chapter. You
get what I'm saying?
Just my opinion. Yeah, just my opinion. He made this like a chapter. Like, you got to see the next chapter. Like the final frame of the film is basically Sully should have been like, see you in part 3. That's literally what you should have said.
Literally, that's his last line, bro.
It just goes black. Yeah, he's
like, because he's like, I was trying to protect my family by running, but I see that I can't do that now. Like, I gotta stand and fight. Like, and then cut the black. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, hell no.
And I see, like, Mark is like, I think Mark's probably getting what Leon's saying. Like, okay, like this story ends, yes, in this film. The story that Cameron presents in this film does end. So just in theory, if another one doesn't come out, you don't feel like, okay, we got some string, we got something to tie up. No, this story kind of ends.
Okay.
But hearing what Cameron has, set up, like I said, the fire tribe and stuff like that, it's like, bro, I want to see, we got the water world this film, right? This will, that's, again, we ain't even talking about that.
Gotcha.
The whole second act is exploring this water world. And I'm just like, man, this is some Disney shit right here. Like, this is dope. This is dope right here. So explore another world. I want to see Cameron, explore this other world. Now you want to go on this journey, man. It's crazy, man. Crazy.
For sure.
It wraps up the story, but you're like, I want to see some more of this.
Oh yeah.
There's still questions too.
The dialogue, yeah. It's like,
Plus, like, there's still questions on like who Kiri's father is, or how she became, or like how she came to be, because Sigourney Weaver is playing a teenage version that was born from her Avatar mother's body, but the Avatar was brain dead. And so they don't know who her father is, right? So that's a thread that, and she seems to be much more powerful than all the other characters, right? And so there's going to be definitely some stuff going on there in terms of parentage as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I might have to see this tomorrow, man.
Yo, so
I'm telling my wife, I'm tired of this bullshit. We're going to see this movie tomorrow.
Yeah. Y'all need to see this, right? But with the what was I about to say again? I forgot what I was about to say. But oh yeah, what was I saying? The box office. I know it's gonna make its money 1.5. I was about to say something. It'll come back to me. But
what's up with that, Phil? Fucking people trying to like downplay the box office and how much money that this movie needs to make to be fucking successful.
See, that's weird. Again, yeah, we go back to the original thing. Oh, it's supposed to be woke and stuff like that. It's like they took Cameron out of context when he said, "Yo, I need $2 billion," because he's saying like, "I'm paying for like 3 movies with this one film." That's what everyone didn't get. You know, oh, it's about the bomb. It's about the bomb. Oh yeah, okay. Thanks for setting me up. So with the box office, it's like it did not like. Okay, I want to put this in context to everybody, right? So you have a big opening weekend, right? Like that's dope. You know what I'm saying? Second weekend, you always brace for a drop. All right. Now this film was perfectly placed. It came out 10 or 9 days before Christmas. All right, so you had the holiday weekend. Second weekend, it did have like a, I don't know, 30% drop, 40% drop for the holiday weekend. So it's like, okay, that's understandable. That's great. That's understandable. What's going to be the third weekend drop? It didn't drop at all. Like, this is crazy. Like,
that's insane, right?
History. From second weekend to third weekend, this film took in the same amount of money both weekends.
That's pretty wild, dude. That don't happen.
That's unheard of.
Yeah.
Like
it's word of mouth and repeat viewings, bro.
Word of mouth. That's literally what it is. It's word of mouth because you had holiday weekend. Okay, you're gonna get a bump for the holiday, right? And then word of mouth kicks in. You're gonna have a good weekend. Well played. You set it up for a holiday weekend.
For all that money tomorrow too. Shit.
To the following weekend, and you make the same amount of money that you made on a holiday weekend. Man, come on now, man.
I heard something like there was some metric where it actually increased week over week like 6%. I think it was like on one of the days or something like that where it actually went up.
Friday had a 6% jump, so it made more.
That's
Friday. Again, Friday is the holiday weekend. The following Friday, it went up after the holiday.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people saying go see it.
I went Christmas Day. My theater was sold out. And again, this is 9 days after the film came out. It was sold out Christmas Day. Again, just the business behind this, the marketing. They knew the audience was there. They didn't worry about you hashtag nerds out there. Like, they're like, no, like we know theater. We're gonna put this here. This is an experience. And man, I want to see it win.
This chatter on Twitter, man. Like I remember, like Sil, you talked about it a lot on your channel here, like here and there. The way that Twitter is pretty much like the bottom of the barrel, bro. But there's people on Twitter that still think that, you know, their opinion on that abysmal platform is somehow a metric to success, bro. Like no one's on Twitter, bro. Don't nobody care if you like Avatar or not.
Shout out to I think Marcus showed me that chart. I think it was in one of our chats or something. And you put Twitter against Facebook, Reddit, Instagram, whatever. Twitter's bottom of the barrel as far as
it's literally
it doesn't move the needle.
It's the third least used.
Like as far as stars, now okay, stars they still use Twitter, but if you realize when The Rock drops, he puts something on Twitter just for marketing, but he puts it on Instagram. Exactly.
Right.
When Ryan Reynolds broke the internet with the Deadpool, Hugh Jackman's back. Yeah, he put it on Twitter, but he put it on Facebook and Instagram. And he got more views off of that. Twitter is just like, just throw something up there, marketing. You know, it's not taking that seriously in Hollywood. It's just not.
Absolutely. And in the perspective of general audiences, when people are writing articles, whenever they discuss social media, they say, blah, 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 Facebook, blah, 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 Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? There are outlets that utilize Twitter, you know, tweets here and there, but there are outlets that nobody's ever really heard of. or people don't really click on that much, like a CBR or what have you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not really taken seriously as far as metrics. Like if something trends on Instagram or TikTok is
TikTok
taken more seriously. So both of those, but no, Instagram is that gem. That's why I'm working on more content actually for Instagram. I am starting, and Facebook is tried and true, and Facebook's still there. And that actually has the most users, confirmed users worldwide.
Yeah, it's number one.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm doing Facebook Fridays for the new year. I'm gonna start doing that. But it's like it's these other platforms. That's where people. That's why Instagram people on there. You could be like a sponsor for different products and stuff. Like you get real money from Instagram and TikTok, Twitter. It's whatever. You know what I'm saying?
I only got on Twitter to talk to you guys.
Facts.
Yeah. I wouldn't be on there right now if it wasn't.
Twitter was like the best place that I felt like where you could get like news quickly, right? But outside of that, I don't think it's very useful.
That's what it should be. It's a tool, right? Twitter is still a tool to use, but it's like I'll put it like this: like any views, like if I have a new video that comes out, I could put it on Twitter, and it's like this and that. But most of my viewers, they're already on YouTube. Like YouTube's a bigger platform than Twitter, so it's like the notification from YouTube gets me more viewers than saying, "Hey, Twitter, I got a new video over here." You see what I'm saying? It's like that correlation.
Absolutely.
Twitter is just there, bro. It's like just kind of throw something out there, some news. So that's why I started clipping like specific videos for Twitter, not to give me views, but really just to market, on Twitter. So it is what it is. But when something's like, something trended, that's cool. But Avatar didn't even have to trend on Twitter, bro. When I put out that poll 2 weeks before the film came out, I said, y'all, is anyone excited for Avatar? And right. Right. I could have put a picture of Zack Snyder. It went crazy. A picture of Zack Snyder, just everyone's all into it, right? But it's like you put a picture of Avatar, it's like, man. It's like about to make $2 billion, right?
Right. Absolutely.
Oh, something trending on Twitter really doesn't translate into the real world. Isn't a guarantee.
Exactly.
Translating to a
translating to dollars.
People gotta realize too, because yes, it was a time that Twitter helped because that's when people thought streaming was the future, right? And in films like Avatar, like Top Gun Maverick, they're saying theaters aren't dead yet. I remember fighting with people about this when Project Popcorn failed, right, for HBO Max. Key Lars, middle finger to the industry to put all the films on streaming. Same time, and I understand lockdown. I get it. We ain't gonna have that whole conversation. It failed, right? Just point blank, it failed because you pissed off Hollywood talent, agencies, producers. Nolan walked away. He's about to drop this Oppenheimer bomb that's gonna destroy Barbie this summer. But anyway,
it's gonna melt that plastic doll.
I can't wait till that come out, bro. I can't wait. But it's like I think the trending. It did help us get the Snyder Cut. I know that's where it starts for a lot of people because they thought streaming was the future. So that's why the Snyder Cut came out, HBO Max. But then quickly after that, the business side of that, streaming is not viable to carry the entire film industry, right? And in the same way, Twitter's influence kind of died with that too. So that just is what it is, going forward.
Great point. I wanted to ask you a question, Sil, because I'm taking it back to the Avatar box office thing, right? I'm not seeing anything that's going to possibly dethrone this movie until maybe Ant-Man. Would that be fair to say? And that's the second week of February, like February 17th or something. So it has a bunch of December, all of January, and like early February.
Bang, 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 bang.
Pretty much like just on its own. Yeah.
Shout out to Marcus. Because he mentioned the free runway. Yeah, free runway for Avatar. It's gonna have this entire month. When you get that word of mouth, especially domestically, because China's loving this. Like they may get about $500 million just from China, right, alone. You know what I'm saying? So that's crazy in itself. For the theaters, it's about China. It's about domestic. and domestic was lagging behind, but that word of mouth started kicking in. That's one thing with us Americans. Like, if our friends and cousins like it, then we'll go see it eventually, right? So, and that's why divisive films, that's why it can die second, third weekend, because your friends aren't watching or it's bad word of mouth. But anyway, free runway for a whole month. I think it's gonna. I don't see no film coming out that's gonna unseat this. It's gonna have. It could potentially. I don't know the longest run for number one in the box office. It could potentially do it for 4 or 5 more weekends. You know, what Ant-Man comes out.
That's crazy because you're absolutely right. Like, during the lead up to this film, I was just seeing so much negativity. And then it's like, after it's come out, it's just like it's getting a little quiet now. It's like, yo, like,
you are right, dude. I remember people doing that. There was like this negative thing, like no one gives shit about Avatar anymore. It's gonna bomb.
You know what it was?
What was that?
Marvel fans on Twitter. Let's be real.
You're probably right, bro. Yeah.
They were pissed off about the fact that, well, not pissed off. They were happy, excited, I should say, about the fact that their movie, eclipsed Avatar, and they were celebrating. And y'all remember that? What movie was it? Endgame?
Endgame, yeah.
Yeah, Endgame had eclipsed it or whatever, and everybody was, and
after
then when they were
back in theaters for like a second time.
Right, and they dropped that supposed new footage, but it was really unfinished. It was unfinished PS4 footage or PS3 footage or whatever. But anyway, so then fast forward to the present, and now I'm seeing a lot of carryover in this niche Twitter, where they're saying, "I see a lot of you Snyder fans trying to ride for Avatar, and it's like, I mean, I don't know about that, but we just like cinema, dude. Some of us,
we're called movie. We like good movies.
We just like movies.
That's why you can't take Twitter serious. Like, as far as like serious opinions, you can't take that seriously no more. Now, real quick, the longest running weekend box office wins is E.T. 1982, right? 16 weekends. No one would ever beat that, right? The Titanic came the closest. They had 15. So I don't see Avatar doing that, right? But like you said, Ant-Man comes out, in what, 6 more weekends. I can see Avatar winning, until then, which would get about like 8 or 9 weekends in a row, which is,
that's a lot of money.
The first one is 7. The first one is 7, which was a phenomenon when that came out. The first one, I think this one will do better. I think it's a better film.
And that's what's
the film. Yeah,
that's what's crazy too, Sil, is that if you remember, Avatar 1 didn't have like a crazy opening weekend box office like the biggest of all time, but it just had legs, and that shit just stayed in theaters forever. And people just kept seeing it, and I'm seeing literally like the same thing happening this time.
Same thing's going to happen. It's like I said, it's a better film. It's insane, because I was actually, and y'all touched on this earlier, but I was like, this first one was average to me. I wasn't this diehard Avatar person and like, painting my kids blue and stuff like that. Like I wasn't doing that, right? The first one.
He like now.
Right, yeah. Oh yeah. Part 3. Yeah, they're gonna be blue. Yeah. but that first one, like the rewatchability, we tried to watch it again, and I was like, I'm not that engaged in this first one at all.
Yeah.
It's just this second one, bro. Like, man, 2 times the fun, man. It's insane.
Same here, Sil. Scott was trying to come for me, man, and I'm like, listen, I remember my homies and my neighbors and my ladies at the time were all bored. I went to try to see that movie 5 times with 5 different women, and all of them had to wake me up.
Yeah, that wasn't
I'm not kidding. Hell no. They were excited. They were excited for some dumb reason. I don't know why. And maybe it tugged on heartstrings, but I remember getting nudged.
Next one here, though, part 3. Hey, I'm saying, Navi family going to see that.
Everybody gonna be blue. Sil gonna be blue. His glasses gonna be blue.
All right, Sil, I got a question, seeing as how you're the only other person that has seen it other than me that's on the panel. But what would you say that this film does technology-wise, pushing the filmmaking fucking genre as a whole forward? And do you understand why it took so long for us to get this sequel?
Yeah, when you see it, to answer the latter part, when you see the film, you realize why it took 12 years for Cameron to drop this. Because you figure that the hype is dead, right? 2010, I think the first one came out. I was like, oh, who's really on Avatar, right? You ask these Twitter nerds, they don't know what Avatar. But so you see the technology, and Cameron's quote is, he's a gangster, right? Cameron James, he's a gangster. He said, I'm waiting for technology to catch with my vision. That's what Cameron said. I'm like, that's the most gangster thing I ever heard. And you see it, you get it though. As soon as you see these Navi, and you put a side by side picture, I've seen people do that. At least I've seen that on Twitter, where you see just the advancement, because you didn't get that with what was that with the prequel, like Star Wars prequels. If you put Jar Jar Binks, part 1, and then and then part 2, part 3, part 3, it's like it's the same. It's like cool, but I didn't see that advancement. And what Cameron's doing is game changing. People got to step up. If you're gonna do these Avatar type films going forward, these motion cap, because this could help Star Wars if they get that technology. You can't be cheap. That's what Cameron's showing. Like, you got to come with the big guns, with the technology overall theatrically, for the experience. And so the fact that he's using the same technology already to make 3 and parts of 4, and I can't imagine when 4 comes out, it's going to advance probably more. Man, it's a testament.
Oh my God, bro.
It's a testament, man. Again, he knows theaters, man. Like, I want to say, again, y'all got to keep in mind, a month ago, no one was talking about, as far as in our circle, no one was talking about Avatar. No, but probably just Sky was the only one probably.
Right?
No one else was talking about it. Now I'm going in, because I remember when Cameron was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna like 5 Avatar films." I'm like, this crazy old drunk, like what? Okay, 5 Avatar films, Cameron. Like, after this one, I'm like, yeah. I was like, yeah, he has to get those 5 films out. Let's do
it. Yo, still, he had a quote saying they literally gave him no notes for number 4.
No,
he said he sent that script in, and they gave him no notes and just said, "This is fucking crazy."
Wow,
bro, I believe him. I fucking believe him, yo. This shit, yo. This movie right here, bro. No. Like, I'm totally bought in. I can't wait. I'm glad that it took this long. I'm glad because you actually see it, man. You see it, the high frame rate. Still, did you notice that when you were watching it, and like, what did that kind of do for your experience as well?
Yeah, like I said, the 3D experience, I was immersed, right? As people say, you get immersed in the experience. Like, bro, like, again, the first act action, that got me, because he was playing catch up for like 30 minutes in the film. You're like, okay, you're seeing the characters, the players in this film, the bad guys back. Okay, get you there, throws you into that conflict early. I was like, they got me. And then it's like, again, those visuals for that water world, like, that carried the film for a good, man, like 90 minutes. Like that.
Yeah, damn it. Pretty much.
And I was like, man, and that's unheard of, because it wasn't like a lot of battles, someone got lost swimming. Like, okay, they made it interesting, right? They made it interesting. I was like, and of course they'll set up the son, the 2 sons, that dynamic.
Yeah.
That worked once I guess the younger son was getting in trouble more and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I was like, I get it. It worked though, man. I was immersed in this film, this world. And I think anyone, that sees it, like, I ain't got to sell this, it's selling itself, because it had no drop off the 3rd weekend. That is insane. 3rd weekend, right? 2nd weekend, like, okay, it was it's front loaded. I could see it came out before Christmas and then Christmas carried it. But what about after Christmas, bro? Like, insane, man.
Yeah, it just got an open runway, yo, all the way until February, and I don't see anything dethroning it until then. Because I'm about to, I might go see this shit a few more times, yo.
I don't think it's gonna come out. I don't think it's gonna be removed from theaters until it hits 2 billion. I think Cameron's like, just let's get that watermark, and then we'll bow out. We'll gracefully bow out.
How crazy is that, though? This motherfucker would have literally got his entire budget back. You know what I'm saying? One movie. And literally, like, we're going to be doing damn near pure profit from here on out until 4.
Pure that next one's getting over $1 billion, bro. It's insane.
$1 billion profit. Who does that? No one. Not $1 billion profit.
I don't think there's a more profitable franchise in movie history, is there? I mean, if he's able to pull this off.
Yeah. I think after this one, I think this is going to be number 1. Dark Knight trilogy, the last 2 did $1 billion, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
After this film, I think Avatar got it, and then he has 3 pretty much in the can.
3 movies that all make $2 billion a piece. That is insane. That's insane, yo. But oh my goodness.
Sorry about that Endgame. You just got knocked off by Avatar.
With that crappy footage that re-release. I didn't even go to the theaters for that.
I watched it.
That's why Leon's mad, because he went to see that unfinished.
Leon,
I didn't see that bullshit.
You went to see that? Oh, damn.
And you know what's funny? Hand to God, the reason I even saw Endgame at all, right, was because I went to go see the re-release for 1989's Batman, and somebody pulled the fire alarm in the theater. Right, so that fucked the whole thing up. Couldn't see it, right? So me and my lady at the time, we go to the front desk and we're complaining our asses off. After we got done complaining, we ended up walking out with about 5, maybe 6 or 7 free movie ticket passes. And one of the movie passes we used to go see Endgame for free.
Oh, wait, okay. Well,
so that's how I was able to see Endgame at all.
So I'm not gonna take nothing away from. I know. We got some Marvel haters on the panel here. You can't front that Infinity War at one of the best cliffhangers. Obviously in Cape shit history. You had to see Endgame, Leon. Like you kind of had to. Not saying it was bad.
I swear to God, bro. When I saw after I saw Infinity War, I was like, yo, this shit dope as fuck. When I saw the trailers for Infinity War was dope. Even with all those like cartoony little flaws. Endgame. I don't know what it was about it, but I was being a cultist.
No,
maybe that's what it was.
Before you saw Endgame, Leon, Infinity War, you had to go see Endgame because of Infinity War.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Of course.
Finish the story.
Of course. Absolutely.
Yeah, Infinity War, Endgame, once you got to the middle part of the film, it was a nice, let's go back in the past, but they kind of lost me till the ending. They had one of the greatest superhero moments in cinematic history, right? You just bring everyone
showing up. Epic.
Cap picking up the hammer. Yeah.
That was a great
overall as a film. Yeah, Infinity War destroys Endgame. Yeah.
Yep.
You know what was weird? Talking about Endgame real quick. My theater didn't fucking cheer when Cap did that shit. I'm sitting here like, because I fell asleep during the middle part when they was doing the time travel shit. Yo, my chick at the time, bro, she was knocked the fuck out, bro, during that shit. I just so happened to wake up. I'm looking around. We finally get to the good shit. And the theater was like fucking quiet, bro. I was like, what the fuck? And I swear to God, bro, I yelled, like, I cheered to start it up. I was like, I'm not a fucking Marvel fan. Why am I starting this? Why is the theater so quiet? It was the weirdest shit ever, man.
That was a great moment. Like when he
It was. But I think the life got sucked out of the theater, bro, from that time traveling and all that bullshit.
Yeah. That's because they was.
That second act wasn't the
they
best.
Yeah, because they were still in Zach's fucking story. That's why. But
He stole my god.
you know what I'm saying? That's what
He didn't
happens.
execute it as
That's
good
what
as he
happens.
would have. That's the problem. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? DC has a character that time travels, so it makes sense. Endgame doesn't, so the shit was wonky. You know what I'm saying? They're like, let's just go piece the stuff back together. You know what I'm saying?
It didn't land well. Like, just I was like, I saw what they was trying to do, and they're still recovering. Right? Let's keep it real with Marvel. I know the Marvel zombies aren't gonna like me saying all this, but it's like they're still reeling. Infinity War was the high watermark, and they haven't really reached that since. I'm just saying, just keep it real. Now these smaller stuff like Werewolf by Night, they need to start doing more stuff like that. These series ain't cutting it. Like I'm afraid for Daredevil, bro. But we'll talk about that when that comes out because like it's just
that sounded a little. I don't know.
It's not sound. It's gonna be interesting commentary when they actually.
I'm gonna say some commentary on that. What are they getting at where it won't be as gory? Was the first Daredevil even gory to someone? I didn't get the vibe that it was gory.
It was pretty brutal, man.
The car door, smashing the head with guts coming
you
out.
You had that hallway scene that was like pretty
that was
bloody, you know what I'm saying?
Punisher was like physically maiming people like with
that's why I'm like Punisher is like you're getting like blood and guts. I didn't think the Daredevil series was like, well, I mean, maybe I'm just desensitized. But I didn't think it was like overly like this really gory fucking show. I mean, it
was graphic as in blood. I get what you're saying, Necron, because when we think of gore, we're probably thinking of like slasher films and shit.
Evil Dead or something.
Yeah.
We're not expecting that, from Disney.
Yeah.
So,
hey, we got Austin saying, "You mean to tell me Tony Stark just figured out time travel?" he said, okay.
Awesome. Yo,
yeah,
Tom Brady did
I didn't understand.
On board. Tom Brady did time travel.
Okay, you go to the quantum zone and you jump here.
He said Tom Brady did it.
Did he say the quantum end zone? Did he say the quantum end zone, bro?
Greatest shit ever.
The quantum end zone. I'm done.
Jump in the quantum end zone and then you score a touchdown. What? That's when I started checking my watch. I was doing a trade.
Shout out to Austin. We're ending our good countdown. Next weekend, the final weekend of the NFL season. Then it's playoffs after that. Successful first season, man. Shout out to Austin. Austin Bayless, as they call you.
Big fact.
Hey, did Austin ever disrespect you on air like Skip did Shannon?
Look at that. Already physique. That's what I'm saying.
He said, we say Tom Brady already figured out time.
Well, Bill hasn't gone after Austin over Brady yet. Maybe that'll happen on the final episode. Right? Oh.
That's gonna be like, yo,
this is one thing.
Like, you just mad because Brady a better scooper than you still. That's why you mad.
You just jealous.
I agree with
and he's still scooping right now.
That's one,
God damn.
I'm not liking what y'all hearing. What I'm saying, but it's like,
he's gonna jump on now. Watch
with Brady. That's one thing. Me and Austin, we have that commonality. Brady's the GOAT. Like I could make fun of Brady all day, but like you gotta keep it real. When he beat Atlanta in the Super Bowl, that comeback, I think he eclipsed Montana's rings. And I was like, there's nothing else I could say, right? I can hate on somebody until you actually accomplish it. So I was like, that's why me and Austin Cougar, I'm like, yo, he is the GOAT. I can't fight you. I can't fight you on that.
We got Mikey saying, at this point, bashing MCU is simply because y'all don't want to think about the bourbon across the street.
First off, Mikey's a Marvel zombie. So that's what y'all got to remember that. When I met Mikey, he never saw BVS Ultimate Edition until after that. He was not a Zack Snyder fan. So, I mean, he was like, oh, Berlanti should take over. And now it's like, maybe we wish. Maybe we wish Berlanti took over Mikey. But
at this point, right? Shit.
But no, that's gonna be an interesting dynamic in roles going forward because the gloves are off, man. I bleed DC. I do watch some Marvel, but Mikey keeps taking shots at DC, bro. It's gonna be interesting every Tuesday.
He's having this fun.
I get a little agitated when he.
Right. All right, yo. I want to move on to the last topic here. Dealing with Avatar, where we talking about the future sequels, yo. And like what we want to see from this movie going for, or from this franchise going forward, still. So, you want to touch on that real quick, just like how you are feeling about the future installments of this franchise and what they'll be bringing?
Yeah, no, like I said, the fact that 3 is already in the can, and we know he's planning 4 and 5. I don't know if there's any truth to this, but people are talking about like, he may do some series and stuff. I don't see Cameron as like the series guy. Like, he wants that theater gate, you know what I'm saying? And I'm cool. I'm cool waiting again, like early 2024, if he can get it out the end of this year, 2023, great. Give us that experience every 1 or 2 years, and then close the book. So that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm more hyped now, like with a franchise that's taking us back, like I said, to the theatrical experience. So I'm gonna see this probably 2 or 3 more times in theater, get the physical media, and then by that time, which is probably like fall of this year, I want to. When's his next film coming out? I'm ready for the next film. Yeah. I'm gonna give him, about 9 months this year, but I better hear something. we better hear something because the streets want it. The streets want it.
Absolutely, yo. Yeah, I was kind of blown away by the expansion of the world in this film. It really expands Pandora. Because Pandora was already pretty huge, right? And you go from the floating mountains to now you're in the sea, and now this fire tribe is probably going to be set up around like a possible volcano or something. Like, oh my god! Like
people. Scott, real quick, because like people gotta experience this water world first to understand why we're so hyped about the fire world. Like, if that's what he's gonna do, fire tribe. It's just, bro, the visuals, man. But go ahead. Was it Leon?
Yeah, like the whole lore behind why they do everything and their customs and all that, yo. It's just fire, and you can see that they took a lot of time and care with this franchise, yo, and they put a lot of thought into everything, right? Into like the way that the tribes are going to differ physically from one another, right? I mean, they really touched on that a whole bunch, and that also sets up a whole other dynamic, because now it was just the humans versus the Na'vi, but now you got different sects within the Na'vi that aren't getting along per se, and they have all of their different kinds of things going on, and their bodies are different and everything, right? And so, I'm super excited to see where this goes. And like Phil said, man, I want that sequel now. Like yesterday, you know what I'm saying? Like,
like they don't have to announce. I mean, we know it's coming. They gotta slate it. When is it coming back? We know it's coming.
Oh,
when
no,
is it coming out?
It already has a date still.
Oh, it does? Part 3?
No, all of them do. I will pull that up right now. Hold on.
Okay, yeah. Now, while you do that, because I know what they say. Eventually, Part 5 comes to Earth, which, like, my brain's not ready for that concept. Where Cameron's gonna bring it, he's gonna transform it, right, and bring it into the real world. I'm not ready for that, right? But we're gonna see that technology is probably gonna be ready, when Avatar 5, is made. So we'll see. We'll definitely see. But if it has dates, that's dope. Let's see.
I hope the Aquaman franchise learns from all this too and improves their tech with their water. You know what I mean? Their water sequences, because they were pretty dope.
Aquaman can kick rocks now.
And that's what I'm saying.
Look, because look, you had dropped out for a sec earlier, Leon. I was gonna say how you always spoke about that third act in Aquaman and how fire that was. This blows it out of the water. that third act.
No pun intended.
So, Seal, we got Avatar 2, The Way of Water, December 16th, 2022. Avatar 3, The Seed Bearer, December 20th, 2024.
Oh, okay.
Avatar 4, The Tolkien Rider, December 18th, 2026.
So every 2 years.
Avatar 5, The Quest for Awa, December 22nd, 2028. Yeah, it seemed like every 2 years.
So is that official? Like, where's that coming from?
I'll put it in the chat. It's just like this thing that I'm seeing from Culture Crave.
Okay. Well, fuck Culture Crave because they blocked me, but
right.
But yeah, but yeah.
Culture Vulture Crave.
Yeah, but
yeah, member gang over here. Hey, fuck Culture Crave. Real talk. Matter of fact, I don't even know why I read this shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even, you know.
We'll get that official word, Culture Crave.
Facts, right?
Take that.
But if that is actually real, how are we feeling about that still?
I again, like, what was that for 2024 December?
They're all in December.
But I see they're trying to do that. Like they're killing Star Wars, right? That's probably why Star Wars like tucked their chain in, you know, with their film. They're like, oh, like Avatar got this. I can see that though.
James Cameron was like, I got about $200.
If they play this right, so you let this year
shout out to Friday
again, physical media by this summer, 4K, you know, only for this film, and you gotta wait a whole nother year like this. Hey, it's good marketing if they do that, right? If they do that, but December is kind of like Avatar month, so I get it.
Yeah. Hey, I'm not gonna lie, that feels a little long to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I really do want this. Yeah, like
summer. I need a summer.
Right. Didn't Kill Bill kind of do that, right? Where they both came out like within a year of one another?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, I think Sox is saying too, Lord of the Rings did that too, right? Wasn't it every year they came out with one?
That was one every year, I think, right?
But I get it, business-wise, 2 years is not bad. I get it because you want to milk the theaters as much as you can with this one. And then again, physical media and then streaming, you know, they may mess around, do like exclusives, you know, obviously Disney Plus is going to get it, but they may do something where they'll outsource it and make more money internationally. It's just a lot of things you could do with one film. So I get the 2-year window for this one film, and you know, I'll patiently wait. 2024. All right.
Yeah, I'm impatient. I want that shit. Come on.
Yeah, I'm ready for this. After you see this, bro, you're like, where's the next episode? I need to see.
Facts, yo. But this shit ends like you seeing Darkseid stare down the Justice League, and it's like, bruh, I want that next fucking chapter. You know what I'm saying? But we're actually gonna get this one, so.
Had to remind me. Yeah.
Still too soon.
For real.
People still thinking the Gun Superman is young Cavill. What Twitter, man? Go ahead.
It's not a real place. Shout out to Dave Chappelle.
Yep.
Not a real place.
The Matrix 2 and 3 was 6 months. Yep. Yeah. So that was a mistake, we got a few examples. Yeah, I agree.
That was a mistake for that franchise. And I remember in the moment, you know, everybody was waiting for Matrix 2, bro. Everyone was waiting for that. And so when that was coming out and they had the game, they had to Enter the Matrix game.
Into the Matrix,
yep. Too, which really tied into the movie. And that's why I always said Gunn, you know, I know everyone fuck James Gunn, I get it. But like I think he couldn't tie those games into some series or movies. It's a way to do that. And Matrix did that. But Wachowskis, they were feeling themselves a little bit too much. I feel. That'd probably be a whole different stream I'd do. But I don't think they realize what when we came to see the Matrix, what do we want to see? See, Cameron understands the mission. When you come to Avatar, what do you want to see? You realize about the end of the second film. Okay, these rest of these films better do this. This is the formula. The Wachowskis had the formula in the first Matrix and never gave it to you again. I'm just saying, as far as the Matrix fans out there, they're gonna be upset, but they did not understand the mission with that. They milked it, and that was cool. That wasn't the right play, though. What they did right there, that really wasn't. You know, they could have still been coming out with Matrix films today, bro. If they would have did this right.
Facts, right? We got the homie Hawk H in here saying, "Fuck it, I'm gonna hit James Gunn to make me Static Shock in the movie." Yeah, right. That'd be pretty crazy, right?
He got me some milestone, man. Reggie Hunlin, he liked my tweet at least saying, "Yo, hit up Gunn about that milestone." Reggie Hunlin is co-founder of Milestone Comics Entertainment. He wants that Static Shock film. So yeah, let's see Icon. Let's see it.
Yo, Static that's money waiting to be made, bro. For real, man.
Right technology and everything, like, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. I know, again, I know fuck James Gunn, I get it. But I think he's gonna use these I think he's gonna use these milestone characters and things like that, and Static, make that world, the Codaverse. It like you said, Leon, there's money waiting to happen with that, man.
Yes, sir. I'm watching it. If they make a Static movie, give a damn what I said. I'm watching it. Y'all got me messed up.
Hey, I'll believe that shit when I see it, Leon. I'm gonna believe that when I see it. You know what I'm saying? I need that announcement. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Right? That's what I'm saying. If they make it,
Slate Watch, bro. It's still Slate Watch.
Gotta be, huh?
Create the hashtag, Leon. People know.
It ain't going nowhere, huh?
It's still there, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you. I see him in the chat. They be, hey, hashtag Slate Watch Leon. I'm like, man, I ain't with it no more, dog. They be like, oh man.
you can't separate yourself, man. The Slate
Watch. I feel you.
He said, "Can't separate yourself."
You're right.
He said, "You can't
it's
separate
a new year."
Yourself. Hey, right,
bro.
Hold up, real quick. I got a word from our sponsor.
You betrayed him. Your own family.
Yo, shouts out to Austin, yo, for those drops. You know what I'm saying? Real quick, I want to get you guys' final thoughts. I'm going to start with Necron and Leon, right? Seeing as how you guys haven't seen Avatar, what have you kind of gotten from this conversation, right? Before we get on out of here.
Okay, I feel like a fucking loser. I haven't seen it yet. You guys raving about it. And I'm like, well, God damn, what am I doing, man? Going out eating at fucking the lame old restaurant when I could be watching Avatar too. I'm telling my wife tomorrow we're fucking going, dude. We got to see it. All my friends like when she tells me, all my friends got this, I need to get this, why? Because she's missing out. Well, guess what? I'm missing out. I'm sold, dude. I was already sold, but now I'm really sold. You guys, but I'll admit, I was one of I liked the first Avatar. I thought it was fucking kick ass. So if you guys saying this smokes that, well, shit, I got it.
Smokes it, bro.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely smokes it.
I'm sold. I'm gonna be somewhere tomorrow watching Avatar too.
It's probably, especially if you like the first film. I think you really gonna like the second one, bro. Because I was indifferent with the first one, so I was ready. I mean, again, it was just like, oh, it's a new film. You know what I'm saying? Take the kids to go see it, and I was just like, yo, that first act, I was like, oh, I'm locked in. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm liking this. So yeah, you'll like it. I think you really like it.
Fucking awesome.
For sure. So yeah. I'm glad that we got Necron to go see this shit tomorrow. What about you, Leon?
Oh yeah, I was already saying I'm probably gonna see it tomorrow. I haven't seen Maverick either, so I was thinking of maybe doing a double.
Yo, on this panel, bro.
Hold on, did you see me and Phil making the same time? Yo, we gotta go back. That's just so much. Yo, I was like,
that's great.
Hold on. Y'all haven't seen Maverick?
Like you lost. last year.
Y'all ain't seen Maverick yet? We did like a whole stream on that, remember? And
I thought you
who was
it by now? Aren't you Navy, man?
Yet.
You ain't watched Maverick? That's weird. Maybe I'm just thinking that's the way it should be, but
Leon took that L. He took that L.
I just took the L, bro.
He definitely took the L, bro.
I just said, bump it. I had so much stuff going on in my personal life, bro. The rebuild. You know what I'm saying?
New year,
I was like, shit. But it's a new year's 2023. I think I'm gonna see some 2022 shit. You know what I'm saying?
Dude.
You know who else stuck an L today? Though you know who else stuck an L today? The Eagles. Just saying.
Oh God.
So you're saying there's still a chance? I'll stop. I will stop.
I can't wait till next weekend. Yeah, it's NFL shit.
Right. It's gonna be crazy. But you got Maverick on Paramount Plus though, Leon. So make sure.
I want to see that in theaters. I want to see that in theaters. But I appreciate that.
It's a good theater experience, dude.
Yeah.
No, that was the perfect movie. Maverick.
Yeah, I got to see that in theaters. Man, I was in the military, bro. Like, it's in Navy specifically, man. Like every other day they was playing the first Top Gun, bro. That fucking
it's
movie
so
is
much
like
better than the first.
Ingrained in my psyche, bro. It's ridiculous.
It's a way better movie. Than
first Top Gun, like it was too much of like a love story, like in the middle of the film.
Yeah.
They played Take My Breath Away like 15 times, bro.
Dude,
that song, I think top 10 numbers ever. Yeah. They got their money out of that song, bro.
Every time he looked at her ass, it was like boom, 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 boom.
I know, every time. It's taking me down.
Like, okay, we get it. Yes, he takes your fucking breath away. All right. I'm gonna play the theme every fucking time you see her.
It's like, boom, boom.
Boom, boom. Jennifer Connelly.
No, that's the low boom boom.
Yeah, they break up, then he chases her, and then it's like, bro, they killed the whole movie for me, to be quite honest. The first one. This one, they again understood the mission. Tom Cruise wait till Mission Impossible comes out this year. He's the $1 billion man. Like that's gonna be he knows just like Cameron. Tom Cruise knows theaters, man. So that
he is the movie star of our generation. Dude.
Shout out to Chris McQuarrie, bro.
Yes,
that dude, man.
He knows theaters, man.
Man, Warner Brothers really. They missed out on hiring that guy for anything, bro.
Yeah, imagine.
Jesus.
Yeah, they got him in there. Whatever IP, he wanted to do, they could have did that with Warner's. But anyway,
that man said whatever they told that man, the old regime, it pissed him off to the point that he said, "I don't give a damn who comes next. All I'm doing is in Mission Impossible." and whatever else Tom Cruise want to do, I'm good. He literally said, "I don't even want to talk about it no more." I'm like, damn.
Bro, it's like I got this. I got 1.5 billion. Top Gun Maverick. I'm about to make $1 billion on Mission Impossible. About to do another $1 billion 2025 with another Mission Impossible. They're shooting two, right?
They already shot them back to back, right?
Bro, yes. See, that's the
new thing. You're already set in motion, and you're going to have a sequel. You might as well fucking shoot it. Save money. Yeah.
And you got the biggest Hollywood star right now, which is Tom Cruise. Insane.
That's that auteur shit, man. All the auteurs are doing it.
Rebel.
We got the homie
1 and 2.
Hey, facts, right? We got the homie Hawk saying, "Sorry, I'm just getting in, but I don't know if I want to see Avatar 2." Go back and watch the fucking beginning of this stream, bro. That movie's fire, bro. Like it's fucking fire. So
everybody needs to see that,
bro. Everybody has to see that shit. All the bells and whistles are required.
Whatever you got,
you know what I'm saying? For sure. But Leon, were you all through with your comments, sir?
Oh yeah. The only thing I'm deciding is if it's gonna be a double or not. You know what I'm saying? Because I might just go do Maverick first and then Avatar because Avatar is longer.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, I might have to do that.
I would love to actually do that. Like,
yeah,
I don't know if Top Gun's still in theaters out here, but man, that'd be a great.
I think it is out here.
That's dope.
For sure, for sure. Yeah. After I left the theater seeing Top Gun, and I was driving home, that shit had me feeling like I was in a jet. You know what I'm saying? I was all like, fucking trying to, It was like it was pretty crazy. So, but I'm glad
That's
that we
funny
also.
you say that, dude. That's so funny. My wife was like telling me, hit it, babe, take the Challenger.
Bruh, nah, like, yo, fucking, you know how like, fucking, they always checking out the windows and shit. I was all like, checking out the window. I was like, oh, bro, this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, right. But yeah, I'm glad that two of the homies on here that have not seen the film are convinced to go fucking check it out now because everybody needs to go see this. But still, I want to get your closing thoughts on this film, yo, and you know how you feel about it before we get on up out of here.
Yeah, again, I mean, theatrical experience, man. It's for me. After we went to the lockdown and everything that went on with that, I remember when Godzilla vs. Kong came out on HBO Max, 2020, and I was just like, man, like this should have been theatrical only, like because I watched it on HBO Max. And I was like, man, something ain't right, like is this the end of theaters? Cause we didn't know what was going on, right? Early 2020, and like to see that recovery, I'm saying, the last couple of years. And getting these blockbusters back in theaters, man, it's about the experience, and and maybe that's what Top Gun Maverick hit so hard because it's like it was made for theaters, and so Avatar took that and put the technology approach to it, and again, everyone needs to experience that. Like if you like action, you got that with that. If you like the story. If you want like a Disney type shit, like again, like 90 minutes of this film that you're exploring.
I almost cried, bro.
Yeah. It's like
I almost cried, bro.
I'm saying talk. The kids loved it, bro. They sitting there like, man, I'm underwater and all this. It was nice. Dope. It was just a dope experience, man. And it's a family film, a little bit. At the end, it gets a little rough with the action. But us, like, we love that visceral action because, it gets visceral. The third act, no joke. Like, it's bodies, Sky, right? Like, a lot of bodies. Bro. That third act. But so it's a complete experience. So, yeah, if you're not convinced yet, like, this is the film to check out. At least matinee. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just glad that, again, I said this earlier. 2023. As far as Seal Nation. Cool Table, we're trying to branch out and actually talk about more stuff because this slate this year, there's all these films coming out this year. It's gonna be different genres, Super Mario Brothers and things like that. So this Avatar is really showing us like we can have that conversation beyond the Cape shit in family film experiences. So I'm looking forward to it, man. Avatar really sets that off for me. So good stuff.
For sure.
Yeah, Cocaine Bear too coming around the corner. That looks good. Not for the family. Cocaine Bear.
No, there's gonna be a lot of experiences this year. Yeah, I'm glad Sky like went out there and was like, "Yo, we're gonna talk about Avatar," because people used to DC shit and Marvel shit. It's like we're gonna still talk about that.
Of course,
we got some range. We're gonna talk about just what's cool, man, and that's what we're gonna do across the board.
There was no way that I was not going to talk about this movie. There was just no way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I damn near cried, yo. The action is like superb. And like Sil said, that experience, yo, like you don't watch this movie, you experience that shit. Mm-hmm. And I was there with the IMAX 3D, and it's just like, yo, this is crazy. Like that huge ass screen with the sound, bro. You feel like you're there. And so I knew that James Cameron was gonna be cooking something special. That's why I kept telling y'all to stop doubting this dude's fucking skills.
You and Marcus. I remember Neil Sevens was on that too. I was like, we'll see.
I was like, bro, T2 aliens? Like, we just gonna forget about that, right? Like, we just gonna forget about that. You know what I'm saying?
Flicks ever, man.
Every time Scott would think about.
Be honest.
Mm.
I'm gonna be honest. I thought Cameron lost the fastball, man. I thought he did, and then I was like, okay. I remember T2 in the theaters. I snuck in the theaters to see it underage.
Same here, bro.
Blown away.
My folks took me to see it. My dad and my mom took me to see that joint, bro. I'm in theaters as a kid watching this movie like it's a cartoon. It was so I'll never forget that, bro. It was amazing.
Ass, dude. It was next level.
It was amazing.
Which one are you talking about?
Terminator 2.
Come on, man, bruh. That whole mall chase scene, they fucking filmed that shit at the South Bay Galleria. So like, I actually knew that area, and like that whole like little chase scene was filmed like in an area that I actually know. Like, yo, legendary movie, yo.
You talking about a perfect film? That's it's no mistake, right? Cameron's doing it, he's still doing it, right? Like, he knows theaters then. What was that? That was the 90s, right?
91.
Yes, sir.
Very early 90s.
Like,
91 or 92, right?
July 3rd.
Later, this man obviously still understands theaters, right? So that same joy I got 30 years ago, like, this man is still doing it. That's amazing. Amazing, man.
I almost cried, Marcus. I almost cried, bro. Because like when he said, I thought about my son. He's in the Navy. Oh, bro. I know you was a wreck, bro.
It was layers to that, right?
Shout out to my brother in arms.
It was with his son, and then it was like, yo, it would have been a moment, and I was like, oh man, I need a moment. But like Sully was talking to his wife. He's like, yo, I need you in this battle right now.
Yo, oh my God, bro. That was crazy.
He was like, because their son just died, right? And he's like, yo, they got our daughters. I was like, bro.
Damn, bro.
Good. Damn.
Bro. I'm like there with my daughter, bro. I'm like, bro. Like, this movie.
You just fucking lost your son. The motherfucker responsible is on the phone with you. Saying,
yo, because Sully was a G this whole film. He's about the mission. Now, he probably, exchanged some emotion that he should have had for his younger son because he was always on mission, right, as the father. And even
I felt it.
Yeah.
Yo, because like, especially in that moment when she's like traumatized and she's screaming and she's belligerent, and he's like, yo, like, I need you to focus right now. Like, yo, we gotta go. And it's like, damn, dude.
And that's
do y'all realize how anti-woke that is? That's amazing.
Fam, in that moment, right? That was his favorite son that died, Scott.
Facts.
You see what I'm saying? Like, Sully was on mission the entire time. He's like, yo, that hit him harder than anyone. But he's like, yo, I'm still on. I still gotta protect y'all. They got our daughters, bro.
Right?
Yeah, man.
Get your bow and arrow. Let's fucking go.
Any other movie, he would have been crying. The mother would have been crying, and then she probably would have snapped him out of it.
Hey, look.
I see what you're saying, Leon. Yeah. That is so anti-woke. Yeah.
That kid so hard,
bro.
I'm not playing with y'all.
Hey, look at this, right? Still, see, because this shit hit on so many different levels, just the whole family dynamics. They had all of them there, bro. All the dynamics were there. I don't have kids, but I felt the dynamic because I'm an older brother. And my little brother was always getting me in trouble too. Right? And it's like, yo, so like when that shit happened, and then for Necron and Leon, who haven't seen it yet, they have this powerful ass moment where like, yo, we gotta go, right? We gotta go get our daughters right now. And then after that, bro, it's all this action and shit. And then that's when it leads to the part where they're out. Like, they could just leave. Yes. And Corey is talking cash shit. Like, bro, you know you can't just leave me out there, bro.
Take your whole family down. You gonna dream about me, motherfucker. Like, that's what he was saying. I'm in your nightmares, bro. When Sully was like, fuck it. Let's fight right now.
That's crazy.
Let's go right now, bro.
the moments in this film, y'all. Again, we're not even doing it enough justice. Like you got to experience it,
Yeah,
bruh. When the fucking whale gets his payback, bro,
dude. And now it was some messaging, right, with the the life, aquatic life and stuff like that. And I get, there's some people, some advocates about, what I'm saying, mammals and stuff like that. And I get it. And they got the message came across. Again, I didn't eye roll Sky, right? Because there was moments they was trying to give you a message like protect all life and cool. When we say that whale got his revenge, bro, like he kicks off right?
Oh, don't give it away though. The whale gets his revenge. I just want to see it now. Like,
bro, man.
You'll see it because we had a context where you get it, but like, everything pays off. Like whatever he sets up, it takes like 3 hours to set it, well, about 2.5 hours to set it up. He pays off everything the last hour of the film. It's like, everyone gets it. Everyone gets it.
Yeah, bro. Like the third act of this movie, to me, like I was saying, it rivals like some of those Zack Snyder third acts, like in the Snyder Cut and BVS and everything, bro. Like, real talk, man. Because like the shit just keeps.
To put it
we didn't even talk about them chasing them underwater really much, right? Like that whole scene, that shit was crazy too.
That was part of the third act, right? Well, right when they was going to capture the kids, right? And so
you know what I'm saying? Oh my god, bro!
Third act of Avatar 2, it was visceral action. Like you have moments where I'm like, I don't know how many times I said, Scott. Again, I'm sitting here. Again, I got the 8-year-old there, so I'm just like, I don't know how intense this is getting. I'm like, dang, like just a battle, like they taking out boys, and then the wife is like, just I don't know how many people she shoot with the arrow, bro. The dad's throwing the arrow. It's about 10 people at least, and it was dope every time, bro. Like I'm not playing with y'all. Like this film, this third act is nuts. Third act is nuts. Action. The whale
got some. Oh nah, facts,
it's commentary on like big business. It's commentary on people, sucking the life out of natural habitats. Like there's so much commentary in this film, and so the whale kind of symbolizes that. They take out some of his boys, right? It's a story with that. The second act kind of sets that up, and the whale gets his revenge, and it's not Sky. It's not an eye roll moment at all.
No, man, nah, bro. Like it's really,
it's more like a fist fucking pump moment. Like,
no, they need the whale to do what he did. Like, they need. If the whale didn't do, they probably would have lost. You know what I'm saying? Like, they needed the whale. I was like, oh, bro, this film.
It sounds like a timeless story. Like the commentary, the story elements. The Joseph Campbell sort of esque journey. It sounds very timeless,
bro.
That's what's up.
Now, Seal. My first time seeing it, I actually had a small child that was not that far for me, pretty much in the row behind me. When that part happened with the harpoon or whatever at the end. When that shit like whoop, like I literally jumped out of my seat. I was like, "Oh shit!" Like, no, talk about that visceral action. Like, they didn't pull no punches, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't pull no punches. He said bodies like flying through the air and shit. Like, it's like crazy. Crazy.
Like, yo, you getting it? You getting this in 3D, bro? Like you getting this action? I was like, man, it was good to see because, like, man, he's an OG. Cameron's an OG, and again, I thought he pulled punches in the first Avatar. Again, that didn't land with me as much. The first one, I know it landed with some people, but this one here, Cameron was like, nah, we going, BVS style, basically, right? Like you getting this action, right? I was like, oh. Man.
You gonna get this action.
You getting this?
Nah, that third act is special, bro. Like that shit.
Special.
Yeah,
that's a good way to say it. It was special.
Absolutely. So, before we wrap on up, I want to go around the panel and I want you guys to let the people know what you got coming up pretty soon. I'm gonna start with the homie Necron. Shout out to the Cool Table. You want to let the peeps know what you got coming up, sir?
I'll be doing another witching hour probably on the weekend next weekend sometime, and I think that's about it. And of course, jumping on the streams here and there, dude, just doing my thing. You know, that's the Necron Metal Show basically over there. That's it, man.
For sure, for sure. Y'all be sure to catch that witching hour. It's always a great time. They be over there chilling. You know what I'm saying?
We were talking about bringing you on for one of the witching hour episodes, Guy.
Oh, come on, man. I'll pull up.
All right. Cool.
I will pull up.
It will be a fun
for
time.
For sure. Leon, you next, sir. You want to let the people know coming up, sir?
I got the project coming up with you that we're keeping on the low and the hush hush. We got the other project going on with the Cool Table that's also on the hush hush, and then we got me and Austin have our Cowboy Bebop analysis that we're building. So that's what we got coming up next. All hosted on my channel for once. So looking forward to that. 2023 is a new year. Let's get it popping.
Oh, Leon.
Thank God.
We got to talk about our AEW recap show.
Oh, yeah.
We got to get that rolling.
And that AEW. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what's up. And the AEW thing. Yeah, and speaking of that, man, I'm glad that Sil was talking about how we're pretty much branching out, man, because, like, you know, there's a lot of stuff to talk about out here in the world, man. And especially in entertainment. And not that we pigeonholed ourselves, because we haven't. We've enjoyed what we've discussed. But a lot of this stuff has given us, classically, as we call, bourbon, right? And it's become a little exhausting and tiresome and downright depressing. So it's like, man, and I know we all got lives on this panel. We all got stuff going on, careers, etc. But at the same time, like, when we plug into this realm, like, we trying to get edified with that, you know, get that endorphin, that happiness. And it's like, damn, the rug's been pulled out from under us. So it's a good idea to branch out to other things. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like Austin said, we getting it pop in 2023. So
I can't like give, when we went through with the clown table and bourbon and all that, and to go through all that, keep going through all that again, they're just not getting that energy from me.
Yeah, man.
I mean, I'm going to talk about DC, like Sil was saying. We're going to talk about it. I mean, it's still DC, but it ain't going to get that energy like the clown table got from me.
Bro, it'd be like, you know, Stockholm syndrome almost, man. Like, you get kidnapped and then you're trying to keep hope and you're talking good about him. Like, no, bro, like, no, it's over. It's over with, man. Like, they can do what they do. And the only reason I would keep up Slate Watch is because of the you know, just the culture around it. It's just fun.
You keeping that shit up, Leon. Now you doing Slate Watch.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
This is not democracy, bro.
Oh shit. Oh man. Yeah, you know it's funny, man. Inadvertently, it's not gonna die. Because that motherfucker got to put that slate out. We got to see something.
Something got to come from it, yeah.
Whether I like it or not. With all the stuff that's happened, yo, shout out to Denzel. Shout out to Denzel. You know, I get it. You know it. Yeah, man. Like, with all that's happened, you know, not to get all deep into that, but we know what's happened. Cavill out. Godot seemingly out. Whether Ben was fired or not, Ben's like, y'all get on my nerves.
Yeah, that's what he was like. He was just fed up with the bullshit. Nah, I was back and now we're gone.
Bro,
shit.
And we know Ben got a temper about this type of stuff, man. He'll flip over a table and knock a brother out. Bro, he's like, I'm good, bro. I'm too old for this. I got J-Lo. Right, I got better things to do. I got this company I got going on. Yeah, Ben is equity, bro.
He's involved. Yeah.
And then they haven't called Zach. So it's just kind of like, I want to see what all the fuss is about. You know, I may not watch it, but yeah, you're right, Sil. Slate watch than a motherfucker. But yeah, you know. That being said, I'm gonna pass the mic. You know what I'm saying? Cool Table got stuff going on within the umbrella of the Great Seal Nation and the Mikey verse. Shout out to Arc Watch and Dreamwalker.
They don't know. Oh my god.
They don't know, brother. 2023 Arc Watch.
Hey, they don't know.
It's getting hard to talk about Arc Watch, man. Shit.
I know, because it was a couple of esteemed colleagues, one on the panel that was, you know, I was like, damn, you know, I was like, yo, y'all slipping. It was such smooth slips too. I was just like, wow.
Yeah.
If they knew anything, I was cracking up, bro. But it was dope.
I was like, I feel like. Yeah.
He said, Leon, what you laughing about? I'm in that bit just as a viewer laughing my ass off, bro. I was like, bro.
It's gonna be an interesting month, y'all.
Yeah, man. Arc Watch.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. Seal, you want to let the people know what you got coming up before you get on out of here, sir?
Like I said, man, the messaging is there. You know, we are branching. We're talking about all, you know, as I dub it, geek film entertainment. That's everything. That's cape shit. That's sci-fi, you know, Ghostbusters and all kinds of different stuff that we could talk about. This year, it's a chance every month there's going to be like an event film in 2023. Every single month, I think except September and October. We'll make it Rebel Moon then. So we'll see. But, you know, starting with, you know, not counting this month, that Megan film, I'm not sure what that's about, like some kind of doll, some killer doll, but
some AI doll, yeah.
But February
it's basically AI.
Yeah.
What's the Chucky? AI Chucky.
Exactly. Yeah. So, but starting next month, because this month is Mikey verse month. I'll just put that out there. January, it's kicking off the year for our network. And really showing that we're diversifying outside of just DC. I know, like, you know, with scooping and DC stuff, and obviously I'll keep putting out stuff that probably, you know, put Seal Nation on the map, but that's not all that we do, right? And so that's why I did the show this past Saturday, showing a year in review. We like all kinds of shit, man, and that's what we're going to talk about, and we're going to engage with y'all. Now, y'all still gonna get your DC bourbon. That's just coming. I mean, I just hear it every day. But so that's just gonna come out, and we're gonna react to this slate. And I'm just gonna say, when the slate drops, you know, it's stuff that you're gonna, you know, you may the Ben Affleck project, whatever he directs, you may jive with that. The Ayer project, you're gonna jive with that. But then it's gonna be stuff you may not jive with, right? We're gonna commentate and react to all of that. We're gonna keep doing what we've been doing, right? But then beyond that, you know, I got homegirl Alicia ready to do some more movie reviews. We're going to bring that more to the main channel. And then I didn't really reach out directly and say all this to Leon and Retro Nerd Girl, but we want to add them to certain conversations when we do our movie reviews and commentary. And this is across all genres. Alicia loves that horror shit, so we'll do a lot of that. But we're going to branch off. Like, she like Northman. She likes all kinds of stuff. So just in the future, the series I have with Alicia, I'm going to reach out to special guests, Leon and Retro Nerd Girl for 2023. We're going to get y'all a part of that. I appreciate that.
Yeah. So I want to say one thing real quick. I swear to God, bro, it's like we're on a wavelength. I was going to ask you after this and see if you want to mull over talking about independent films. That's crazy. Yeah. I swear to God.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna do that because I know you kind of. I see everything, right? When I'm in the chats and like who responds to what. That's why I hooked up with Austin for the sports stuff, the NFL and things like that. I knew Sky was on that NBA, so it's like you kind of see what people's interests are in, and you go forward with that, right? And so I think it's perfect to get Leon. And also Retro, she was always going to be an option for that. And like I said, we'll get Leon a part of it as well too. So that's going to be coming up again this year. It just depends on the projects, the different films, we're gonna react to everything, and that's what Still Nation is about. And so it's gonna be a certain sections. Y'all may like some DC stuff coming out, and so that is my passion. And so I still will do some DC stuff. If you rock with that, cool. If you rock with some Marvel stuff, we're gonna talk about that as well too. But I'll just say, as far as people that knows what's coming with the Mikeyverse, we are, going beyond several borders 2023. And I'm excited for that. I'm excited for diversifying our content. So fun stuff. Real quick, coming up, Members Mondays, every Monday, 2023. We're starting off right. All can watch Members Mondays. Only members can comment, ask questions. That's coming up tomorrow. Rogues is Tuesdays. Now, tomorrow, there's a Zazov report that's out there, so I'm going to consider that while I talk to the Members Mondays and then the public, get y'all response. Zazov, he knows he's pissing off people, but is there an end game? We already know the end game. If y'all been following us this past year, we know what is going. Zazov doesn't care who he pisses off. He does have an end game, but we'll talk about that. But there's an interesting article out there about Zazov. We'll touch on that tomorrow, Members Monday.
For sure. Thanks, big homie, for coming on the platform, you know what I'm saying, giving your thoughts and helping me out, right? Because I was over here drowning. And I'm like, yo, man, I'm trying to keep them hyped, and I'm like, I don't even know how to describe some of this shit, you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't know how I felt, right? But which is crazy, seeing as I was at a loss for words for once. But as for myself, yes, I got a lot of stuff coming up. I'm going to be branching out, covering a lot of Netflix stuff as well. Speaking of which, I'm probably going to be doing a watch along for a movie. Okay, I'm not going to say which one yet, but a movie pretty soon. And we're going to be getting Stino back on the platform probably this week to talk some hoops. And y'all already know, whenever something crazy happens, the Cool Table just might pop up and have to do a stream. You know what I'm saying? And just be on the lookout, because it's a lot of dope stuff that we've been planning for you guys that I think that you're really going to like. And, once this whole Arc Watch thing is over, then you can all kind of bask in the sun with us. And
they still don't know what's coming, bro.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Watch.
It's our year. Yeah, people thought it was like some DC shit. Like, it was like, oh, Zack Snyder. No, Zack Snyder's doing Rebel Moon. That's gonna be dope when he comes out with that.
Yeah, have you seen the haters?
You know what I'm saying?
Where's the DC scoop, Sil?
What happened to that DC scoop?
Yeah.
Right? That DC scoop that nigga shut up.
What happened on Thanksgiving?
I've been putting DC stuff up, but a real quick side note, you reminded me, you talking about watch-alongs. I'm gonna start doing watch-along Wednesday. Probably, I don't know if it's gonna be once a month or every other month for my Discord. So if y'all follow me if y'all attach to that Discord, I'm gonna start doing watch-alongs exclusively on Discord. And we're going to do like a vote for what movies y'all want to see. So just check me. If you're a part of Discord, check that out, chime in, and we're going to pick a movie probably like every quarter. So just stay tuned. Stay tuned on that.
For sure. Yeah. We're going to be doing a lot of different stuff coming up in the near future. So be on the lookout for that. I want to thank everybody that showed up to the panel. You guys were awesome. I want to thank everybody that showed up to the live chat. You guys are amazing. You made the stream so much better. And for all the replay crew, shout out to y'all as well. Thank you for sitting through this. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully, the one thing that you could glean from this whole conversation is that you guys need to see Avatar 2. Everybody needs to go see this fucking movie ASAP. And hopefully, we can all talk about it then. So from me and the rest of the panel, I want to say peace out, y'all. Thanks for coming through, and we'll get up with y'all next time.
Peace.